of Legion Scaffold is in Legion Scaffold Broadcast Studio, people. That's right. That's right. How you doing, man?
Lovely. Good morning, everybody.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yes, sir. Spending with my grandbaby.
Did you? What'd y'all do?
Pumpkin patch.
Oh,
Pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
a little bit late, right?
Eh.
Okay. All right. How about yourself, Chad? What'd you do this weekend, man? Chad, owner of Piercings by Chad in Conway.
How y'all doing this morning?
What'd you do this weekend, man?
Man, homecoming stuff.
Homecoming.
Yes.
What is that pretty expensive these days?
Man, it's crazy expensive. Pictures, shoes to match the outfits, like it gets crazy expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid and we would do senior pictures, or even pictures for homecoming. What you did is you walked into the gym,
Right.
in your tux and your dress. They had an arch set up. You got a picture there, and that was it.
Yeah.
You paid whatever they charged for it, and everybody had basically the same thing. Now they have to hire somebody to set up a damn Vanity Fair photo shoot. You know, what's going on, Ronnie James? How was your weekend, man?
Oh, it was great. I did nothing.
You did nothing.
Awesome.
I aspire to do nothing. How was that?
It was great.
Yeah, it was that good.
It was that good. I sat on the porch like I normally do
Yeah,
and watched nothing.
smoked a big fat hog leg.
Yeah, man. It was great.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I did a little real estate this weekend, and then I came in and spent some time working on the mics here. So hopefully today and this week, the mics are going to sound a lot cleaner, a lot better. The sound will be smoother. So go ahead and, let us know. You can reach out to us online through Facebook or a multitude of ways that you can reach us. And we're very close. I think, Gunnar, how close are we to having our number ready for people to use? Oh, okay. We checked it. See, this is where we failed. We failed because we didn't start soon enough for the phone number. Is that the story? That's what's going on. They can call and leave a voicemail. How do they call us? The bottom left. That phone number will work, actually, if they want to leave a message. All right, so yeah, call us, leave us a message, whatever, and we'll try to respond if we're able to. Last week was phenomenal. You guys were awesome. We had several thousand every day tuned into the show, and it got better with each day that went by. Now, we did have one big fail on Friday, and that was the Taze team didn't show up to do their job and inflict pain on me, but don't have fear. We should get that resolved this week. So that was a little bit of a letdown, but we're going to be okay. We have had another big thing that happened over the weekend that we were able to secure. I talked to the guys over at the Looney Bin, met with them, and starting here pretty quickly, it looks like that every Friday, their big comedian that's coming into town to headline is going to come into the studio and hang out with us.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That really is awesome because these are really great comics, the kind that have movie credits, TV credits. One of the names we were talking about is John Reap. You may know John.
Oh, yeah, he's awesome. I remember him from the Night of Comedy.
Oh, the really awful, terrible Night of Comedy. Yeah, you're going to get on your mic, Chad. You got to get up on it like this. See, right here, like this. There you go, like that. Yeah, professionally. Yeah, so we're going to have comedians coming in. Maybe you caught Patrick's after school special on Saturday. We dropped that.
I did.
Oh, did you catch it?
I love it.
You enjoyed it?
I enjoyed
it. Yeah, it's a little bit different. No commercials, nothing like that. It's a one-on-one interview, in this case with comedian Mike Baldwin. But we'll be doing that now with a comedian every Saturday and putting that out for the after-school special. It may sometimes be a singer or an actor or any number of things. We are out to a lot of folks to come in and be guests on the show, some big bands and things that are coming up that we're working behind the scenes. So we're very excited about that. All right. Well, let's get on to some news and stuff that maybe you want to hear about.
Okay, so we like our coffee dark and bitter. Doesn't mean we're not a ray of fucking sunshine.
Patrick and the people. That's right. We're a ray of sunshine. That's exactly right. So let's talk about birthdays who outran the Grim Reaper. Mike McMillan, he's 46 from What I Like About You in True Blood. Andrew Scott from Saving Private Ryan and Fleabag is 48. Martial arts star Ken Watanabe is 65. You might know him from Batman Begins or Inception. Who else here? Booker T and the MG's guitarist Steve Cropper is 83. And Jade Jagger, celebrity daughter of Mick Jagger, is 53. Wow. Mick Jagger has a 53-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
The highest paid person ever on television, Judge Judy Shineland, is 82.
Wow.
She makes $47 million a year to be Judge Judy.
What?
Yeah, her net worth is almost $480 million.
Whoa.
That's a lot of money.
That's a damn lot of money.
Just to insult people?
Yeah, and to do it well, I might add.
I do that for free daily.
Yeah, well, I wish I was making her money instead.
My bag. He's like, "Where's my bag at?"
Yeah, no, that's good money if you can get it right there, isn't it? All right, let's take a look here at what's going on and what you need to be in the know about today. Hey, this is good news. Hold on one second. Let me get this done here. Okay, a man who was scheduled for execution last Thursday is now going to testify before a Texas House committee today. Robert Robertson was convicted of killing his 2-year-old daughter in 2002. He was going to be the first person executed for death resulting from now debunked shaken baby syndrome. His lawyers claimed the baby wasn't shaken, instead died from undiagnosed pneumonia. After attempts to stop his execution were shut down, a group of Texas lawmakers subpoenaed him to testify about his case, and it's kind of a back and forth that went all the way to the state Supreme Court. Now lawmakers are probing why the junk science bill passed a decade ago wasn't applied to his case. So apparently this baby, what I at least read yesterday, had been to the hospital 36 times before this happened.
Yeah.
So it had a lot of health issues already.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how this guy ever got convicted, but hopefully not only will it stop the death penalty, but I mean, if we've debunked it, shouldn't we be letting his ass out of jail?
Yeah.
I think so.
man. He
Maybe
needs to
cut
go.
him a big check,
Yeah.
say sorry for being dicks like that?
Right?
I don't know. Let's see. The founder of a suicide awareness campaign is criticizing Delta Airlines after a veteran was asked to take off a T-shirt with their tagline. Marine Corps vet Catherine Banks was wearing a shirt that said, "Do not give in to the war within. End veteran suicide." That's what it said. She boarded a Delta flight this week. She was escorted off the plane by a flight attendant, a guy who said her shirt was threatening and told her to either remove it or leave the flight.
You're kidding me.
I am not kidding you.
That needs to be part of your rant.
Right? The creator of the Till Valhalla project, Corey Schaefer, said, "To hear someone was mistreated for wearing our gear that helps pay for the memorials delivered to families of fallen heroes and therapy for veterans is appalling."
Yeah.
And I agree with that. I mean, how dumb do you have to be to see a shirt that says, "Do not give in to the war within, end veteran suicide," and feel like that's threatening somehow?
Yeah.
I mean, how did you even get hired? I mean, I can't imagine you could fill out an application.
Yeah. That's sick.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
A revival of, nobody cares about that Broadway. No, we're not doing that. Police in Texas scratching their heads after a large safe was found on the side of the road. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office found the locked safe in the San Antonio area. Witnesses said an older guy in a newer Silverado was the one who dumped it. The contents are still a mystery. Man, that'd be interesting to get. Who do you call to get that safe open, the big safe? A locksmith? Who does that?
I know some people.
Yeah.
You know some people?
I know some people
I
that
said I know some people.
I know some people in my middle.
Okay, I hear you, dog. I hear you on that. All right. Georgia authorities said yesterday they're still investigating the collapse of a dock gangway that collapsed and killed 7 people at Sapelo Island. Around 40 people were standing on it, dumping at least 20 of them in the water. Hundreds of people visited Sapelo Island over the weekend to take part in an annual cultural day event that spotlighted the community of Hog Hummock, which was founded after the Civil War by former slaves from the plantation of Thomas Spalding. Yeah, that's a bad event right there. Yeah, I mean, man, standing on the bridge and it goes out. That's a nightmare.
It seems like you can't even leave the house these days without something happening.
Yeah, it's a big world. A lot of people
It
out
is.
there. There's a lot of stuff going on, without a doubt. The remains of 2 U.S. Navy jet crew members who died when their aircraft crashed near Mount Rainier were recovered yesterday. The plane was just on a routine training flight out of the Naval Air Station, Whidbey Island in northwest Washington. The cause of the crash is under investigation. Officials said the 2 crew members wouldn't be identified until at least 24 hours for families to be notified. Treehouse Foods is recalling dozens of store brand frozen waffles. Put your breakfast down. Put it down. Step away. These were sold at Walmart, Target, Publix, Food Line, a lot more over concerns of listeria contamination. They issued it voluntarily, said the routine testing, one of its facilities, identified potential contamination. Now, no one has been sick from it thus far. They're asking anyone who purchased it to return the product, and it is included in the lengthy list on their website. Throw them out, and you can get a credit for them. An investigation underway into listen to this. This story pissed me off when I saw it. An investigation is underway into classified documents released on a Telegram channel Thursday that contain details and assessment of Israel's plan to attack Iran. House Speaker Mike Johnson said on the State of the Union there's an investigation. When asked for comment, the White House directed questions to the Department of Justice, who declined to comment.
Oh, wow.
The person who posted the documents to the Middle East Spectator channel originally said they were from an informed source within the U.S. intelligence community, but not known if it's a leak or a hack. Yeah, that's a bad sign. When you've got internal documents about our intel getting released like that,
Not good.
no, it's not good. And you may look, even if you're on the side of whoever released it, if it was the other way, you'd be pissed off.
Right?
It's not a good idea when you're leaking governments in the document or documents in the government.
It's a whistleblower. Just don't want to face the Congress, I think.
Yeah, well, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's been a rough weekend for Cuba after the national power grid failed in the country twice in 24 hours. Hurricane Oscar made landfall late yesterday near Guantanamo. Cuban media said swells over 6 feet high were hitting the coast. Walls had been damaged. The system expected to make a turn northeast and approach the Bahamas tomorrow. Man, the Bahamas seem to catch everything, but still stand.
Yeah.
They catch hail.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't take much to put a kind of a bamboo shack back up, which is what most everything in the Bahamas is, really. I mean, if you've been there, it's either concrete or it's like that, bamboo and whatnot. Someone now owns an extremely limited edition of an American collectible, a rare copy of the United States Constitution, printed in 1787. After the Constitutional Convention finished drafting the proposed framework, sold at auction for $9 million Thursday. That was in North Carolina. Now, if you don't know, the Secretary of Congress printed only 100 copies at that time. Charles Thompson, with just 8 known still to exist. With just 8 known. Well, that doesn't even make sense. At the same auction, a watermark first draft of the Articles of Confederation from 1776 sold for $1 million. The last time a copy of the Constitution was sold went for $400 in 1891.
That's a lot of money.
That's a big come up.
It's a lot of money, though.
In 1891, $400, you were very, very rich.
Yeah.
You were rich.
Yeah, you were Scrooge for sure. All right. Here's some good news. Wanda Dench, a.k.a. Thanksgiving Grandma, is set to celebrate Thanksgiving with Jamal Hinton for the 9th time, continuing a tradition that began in 2016 with an accidental text. Over the years, they've been there for each other, and their unlikely friendship proves to be powerful on the internet. Despite facing a recent cancer diagnosis, she's committed to hosting this year's gathering. He'll once again be joining her family. So, back in 2016, she had inadvertently thought she was texting a friend, texted a random guy about Thanksgiving. They started talking. Well, she invited him anyway, and now they've been doing it for 9 years.
Awesome story, man.
That is a pretty cool story, isn't it?
Yeah. We need something like that every day.
Right?
It's always good to hear, isn't it? In Deadpool and Wolverine, the title characters face formidable opponents and came out triumphant. At the domestic box office, a similar story with the Ryan Reynolds Hugh Jackman film taking on U.S. box office behemoth Barbie and taking her down. Over the weekend, Deadpool and Wolverine surpassed Barbie to take possession of the 12th place on the list of all-time top-grossing films in the domestic box office. It finished over the weekend with a total of $636.3 million. That's just domestically. That's not worldwide, where it's, probably, $2 billion or more. It's that good, though.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah. I mean, very few movies, to be honest with you, ever live up to the hype. Deadpool and Wolverine did live up to the hype.
Have you saw it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I saw it. It was awesome. We went, I think the day it came out, we went to the theater to see it. We don't go to the theater to see many movies, but we did for that one, mainly because my wife likes Ryan Reynolds. So we were allowed to go, Let's see. Let's get to some sports here. Let's talk about some NCAA football. Over the weekend, only 3 top 25 teams lost, but they were all playing other teams in the top 25, so it had to happen. Most notable, the Texas Longhorns falling to the number 5 Georgia Bulldogs in decisive fashion, 30-15. Number 7 Alabama dropped against 11 Tennessee, 24-17. And number 22 Illinois took down number 24 Michigan, 21-7. So once the dust settled, the new AP came out. Oregon Ducks made the top. So Oregon Ducks, Georgia, Penn State, Ohio State, and Texas now in that top 5. The WNBA champion was crowned. The final game of the championship between the Minnesota Lynx and the New York Liberty lived up to the billing. The first half controlled by Minnesota. New York scrapped back into it. Brianna Stewart drained a couple free throws with 5 seconds to send it into overtime. A low-scoring overtime period saw 9 total points scored, 7 of which went to the Liberty, giving New York a 67-62 win in their first WNBA title. Now, in less positive news, reports came out over the weekend saying the WNBA would lose $40 million this season, making it the 26th consecutive year the WNBA has failed to turn a profit. 60% of the WNBA, and when you add the personal stakes from the owners and the teams in the league, that percentage goes to 75%. The investment, hundreds of millions. Now some NBA owners are getting antsy as to what they might see as a return on their investments. Look, you need about 20 more Caitlin Clarks and Angel Reeses to make the WNBA even interesting. I'm telling you, man. I mean, I almost watched a game this year. I thought about it.
Almost.
I thought about watching a game this year because of all the intensity around Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. But I tried for about 10 minutes and I was like, man, this sucks, man. It's really boring. I'll be honest with you.
Is it? I've
Yeah.
never watched one, but
You've never watched one?
no, I've never watched a female playing basketball.
It's getting better, but I just like the dunks and stuff. They're still not dunking and stuff. Like, I'm a big dunk guy.
Hold on 1 second. See, look up there. Do you see that up there on the right? See that green, how that bar goes into that right there? When you're up there getting into the yellow, then they can hear you.
Yeah.
So watch that if you're wondering if you can be heard. Sorry, that's a little inside baseball here, just showing these guys how to look at the mics and whatnot. Yeah, ultimately, the WNBA is still trash. And, you can whine about why they're not paid more. Well, you just heard why. 26 years with no profit, a loss for 26 years. Why are they not paid more? Can't afford to pay them anymore. Jeez, I mean, I don't know. It was a rough night in Austin, Texas on Saturday from the jump, but the Longhorns fans didn't help. The number 1 ranked football program in the country lost to Georgia in their own building, but some may argue it was an act by fans that was the most disappointing of the night. With just under 3 minutes to go, Texas did intercept a pass. It was called back due to questionable pass interference. Longhorn fans voiced their displeasure by throwing dozens, hundreds maybe, of beer cans, water bottles, other debris onto the field. Head coach Steve Sarkisian not happy with the Longhorn faithful and asked them not to do it, but they didn't give a damn. They just kept loading the field up with that.
They got the call overturned though, so I mean,
Did they?
yeah,
Well, I guess that maybe they intimidated him and maybe that worked. I don't know.
it worked.
To clean up the beer cans.
All the cheerleading, like
Oh,
everybody.
you know, the janitorial people do that.
Yeah, it was a mess, man.
Facing a true backyard scenario in their 10th inning with 2 outs on the board, the Yankees right fielder Juan Soto was clutch for the Pinstripes. He knocked a 3 home run to send the Yankees to their 45th or 41st World Series of all time. First time the Yankees have advanced to the Fall Classic in 15 years.
Been a
15
minute.
years, man.
Yeah.
Now, is Shohei Ohtani, is he with the Yankees?
No, he's with the Dodgers.
The Dodgers, okay. And are they going to play each other now?
Yeah, it looks like it. It's either going to be a Subway Series or we're going to see them. It looks like
Or what?
Subway Series or LA.
Mm. Shohei Ohtani, didn't he set all kinds of new records of his own?
He's like bombs it out every time he gets up.
Bam.
Didn't he have like 50 or 70 homers and steals or something like that?
I forget the number, but yeah, something 50 and 50 or 70 or something. It was
Like 50 and 50. It was the first time it's ever been done.
Yeah.
It's never been done before.
He's insane.
Yeah, he's some kind of machine, man. They're already talking about him maybe being the GOAT, the greatest baseball player of all time.
Man, I can't argue with him, man.
I mean, it'll take a few more years, but
But if he keeps on this track,
at this pace, yeah, I'd say he definitely is. Things may be looking up for the Jets. Hard to believe, but okay. 2 weeks ago, they fired Robert Saleh. A week later, they lost at home to Buffalo, but didn't take long to reunite Aaron Rodgers with Devontae Adams. The morning after that loss, they picked up the wideout. Now it appears that months of nasty back and forth are all but forgotten history, according to ESPN. Hassan Reddick and the Jets have agreed on an adjusted contract. They said the sides did not agree to a long-term deal, but he will report to the team on Monday. He'll miss Sunday's game against the Steelers. The Jets acquired the pass rusher in March, but after they failed to agree on a new contract, he sat out and wouldn't play. So the former agency no longer representing him. But anyway, it looks like that he's going to join them back, and maybe that'll help. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers looked decent, but he still doesn't look like Aaron Rodgers to me.
no.
I'm not sure if he came back too soon or not. Judge is out, I guess. Former NFL quarterback Jay Cutler arrested in Franklin, Tennessee Thursday. Why? Driving under the influence and gun possession. Cutler, involved in a car accident, he rear-ended somebody, tried to pay the driver $2,000 to not call the cops. You're going to have to come up with more than that, Jay. You got NFL money, right? When officers arrived, they noticed the smell of alcohol. He was slurring, bloodshot eyes, refused sobriety test, had a loaded handgun in the car. Yeah, he was booked and released on $5,000 bond. Aside from being a famous quarterback, he was married to actress Kristen Cavallari for about a decade, but they finalized their divorce in 2022. They had some reality show with their life. I never watched it. I don't know. I wouldn't recognize Jay Cutler in a lineup, honestly.
It's a good reason not to be cheap.
Yeah.
A little bit more money, he could probably been at the
Yeah,
house.
he could have offered $5,000
Easy.
and something good could have happened for him. All right, let's do something different here. How about it?
You wake up and you feel like crap. You know who else wakes up and feels like crap? Yeah, here comes a shameless plug.
That's right, baby. That's right. Hey, let me mention here, Fitz Auto. If you're looking for a late model, low mileage vehicle, look no further than Fitz Auto. They have great vehicles. They have great prices. They are fair. And guess what? I know you've had credit problems. We all have. Don't worry about it. They can help you. They can even work with you on flexible down payments. They take about anything on trade. I think that dude take a weed eater, a stereo. I've seen him take all kinds of stuff. So look, try it out. Maybe it'll work for you. You can go to fitzauto.com. You can apply right there online if you want to. And it's very simple, very easy. They're good folks, and they'll take good care of you there. Okay, so let's get into a couple of interesting stories here that might be of interest to you. And let's start with this one because I think it impacts everyone. Living the American dream allegedly is getting more out of reach for many Americans. New research reveals the price of achieving it has shot up more than $1 million over what it cost a year ago. And now it stands at $4.4 million. That's $1 million more than what most people earn in their entire lifetime. So what do you get for $4.4 million? Well, the estimated total cost for regular milestones in life, including a wedding, raising 2 kids, paying for college, buying cars and a house. Last year, the cost was still high at $3.4 million, but in the past 12 months, it's skyrocketed. Investopedia chief editor Caleb Silver said prices continue to increase for things people reasonably consider as part of the American dream. So here's how that breaks down. New cars, buying 8 new cars over 45 years comes to $811,000. Weddings, the average American spends about $44,000 to stage a wedding today. $44,000. 50% end in divorce. Is that a good gamble?
We need a
It's a
contract.
50-50 loss right off the top. What are you doing? Put that money in the bank. Jesus, save money for the divorce.
Wow.
The cost of raising 2 kids over 18 years, estimated to be $832,000. That includes sending both of them to a 4-year college. So think about that. You got 2 of them, $832,000 to get them out of college, all the way from born to out of college.
Out of college.
Sound like some people owe us some money, Patrick.
If you don't get on the mic, Chad, I swear to God, I'm going to punch you right in the face.
I've got it right here on my face, man.
Right here, like this. See how that works like that? There you go. Here, I'm going to mic you up just a little bit more.
Look at me on
There.
I'm right here on
Monday morning.
There you go. Move
books.
it up.
There, I'm going to move you up. I'll move you up a little bit.
Thank you.
There, how about that? All right. To buy and finance a home in 2024, a family is looking up to $929,000. Wait a minute. To buy a home where are you buying a home in 2024 for $929,000? Maybe in California.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're buying that house here, I'd like to shake your hand.
Yeah.
You rich as hell. Congratulations. Good for you. I think the average actual home price across the country, the median's $400,000 now, which is still shocking to think about the median home price being $400,000. I mean,
It's still up there.
that's a damn lot of money. It is.
When I was growing up, I think the houses were about $40,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a good one though.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a
40 grand.
really, really good one.
Yeah. My mother-in-law, they spent 50 on theirs. And now it wasn't a big house, but it's still a 3-bedroom house,
Mine that I grew up in, I think was like $20,000.
$20,000.
Yeah.
Man, you can be like that guy. I remember when milk was $2 a gallon. Let's
Oh,
see.
man.
Cats and dogs set you back $36,000. What are you feeding them?
Wow.
What are you feeding them? 36
Man, dog
grand.
food is expensive.
It must be. Okay. Annual vacations, taking a trip once a year over all the years, $179,000. Funerals, no one wants to think about it, but $8,400. Retirement. What's the American dream without retiring? Estimated to cost a whopping $1.6 million to retire. 1.6 mil to sit down. Now you know why everybody's working so long, don't you?
In the 80s.
Yeah. Add it all up, you're looking at a grand total of $4.4 million to live the American dream.
Hmm.
That's a lot of dough, isn't it?
Yes.
A lot of dough.
Do you feel like that the shift is so dramatic that it can't recover, or do you think it can recover?
I don't think we can.
No, I think it's gonna keep.
What do you
going
think,
up.
Adam?
I think it's going to get worse.
I do too.
I do too.
Yep.
You think it's going to get worse?
Yeah.
No matter who's elected, do you think it's going to get worse?
I do.
Yeah.
The ball's
Yeah.
started rolling
It's
already.
not gonna go backwards.
No, you don't think so?
No,
We're too
no.
overcrowded.
Yeah.
We're too overcrowded.
Well, you know what? I saw yesterday they were making the argument that we needed more immigrants because we're not having enough kids in the United States anymore, that our birth rate's dropping.
I think I heard Bill Clinton say that.
Was that who said it?
Yes.
Look, while I appreciate what he's saying,
Push the button.
oh. Well, I appreciate what he's saying. My question is, didn't we want to thin the population? Wasn't that the goal to reduce the carbon footprint?
I thought it was.
Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Eliminating the carbon
I
footprint?
guess we did too good of a job.
Yeah, that was then.
Oh, that was then.
That was then.
No, no, we don't want to do that anymore now.
They switched it up.
That's a little surprising to me to hear him say that out loud. That no, we need more people to make more babies. No, we really don't. Have we adopted every baby we have? Because if we haven't, how about we start there? Matter of fact, we should just do a moratorium on any babies until every baby's adopted. Then you can start having babies again. That's what I think. That's probably crazy, isn't it? Sounds a little communist, doesn't it? My bad.
Just a little.
Just a little bit, huh? All right, let's move on to something else that might be of interest to you. This is very, very interesting, and if you like science, this is something else. So we talk a lot about AI, different things like that, but a little different thing. Colossal Biosciences, that's a company known for genetically engineering things. They have made an announcement that they've made major steps towards the de-extinction of the Tasmanian tiger.
Uh-oh.
That's right. It was a carnivorous marsupial declared extinct way back in 1936. They reported they've now reconstructed the genome at 99.9%. And they expect that in the coming months, it'll be 100%. And they will be able to bring this animal from extinction back to life.
Jurassic Park.
That's what I was thinking. Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Now, is it a good idea?
Have you ever heard one of them things? Like it goes, like it really makes the
Tasmanian tiger?
It almost sounds like it sounds wild.
Well, it is wild.
Yeah.
It sounds like a regular cat, Chad. I'm going to get you to work on your impersonations here.
I'm sorry, I'm not a Tasmanian devil.
That's great. That's great. Now, this is, I know they had been working on the woolly mammoth, but I mean,
I want to see that. That would be
the
awesome.
woolly mammoth?
That'd be pretty impressive, man.
Yeah. We're one step away from the T-Rex. That's what I'm saying, velociraptors. Because, look, if the regular guys, the science guys, are out here trying to bring back, the Tasmanian tiger or the woolly mammoth, that's fine. But you got to think about the crazies.
Yeah.
The ones in North Korea, the ones over in China,
Oh, man.
the ones over in Iran. They're like, yes, we bring back velociraptor.
No.
Bring it back over there, not here. That's what I'm going to say. Don't bring it back here. But they said that in 2022, it would attempt to de-extinct this animal. And that, of course, refers to creating a new version of it and breeding it. So, that's a lot of playing God there, isn't it?
Playing God.
Every movie I've seen that ends bad.
Right.
It normally does end badly, doesn't it?
Good.
Yes.
Like you're going to put something in them because you have to substitute something in the DNA. And it normally ends up being something that you didn't think about that makes them unkillable or, they're going to breed with something else and, take over the planet and destroy it. So, it's all right. Okay. One more thing here. This is a very kind of a creepy cure thing. Are you, anyone here arachnophobic? Are you arachnophobic, Ronnie?
No.
Spiders
I
bug you?
love spiders. I eat them. No, I have a shitload of spiders around my house.
Yeah.
I live in the woods. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like too many spiders. Now, the granddaddy long legs, I like them.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Yeah.
But the little black spiders and the wolf spiders that try to get in my house,
You don't dig them?
I don't dig them.
How about you, Chad? Are you scared of spiders at all?
I want to like jump at you and stuff like that. I don't know. I ain't gonna.
I hadn't had any jump at me.
I hadn't. Well,
That's
You know what I'm talking
they leave me alone. I leave them alone.
Yeah. Yeah. We cohabitate pretty easily. Now, tell me this. If you were, let's say you're walking somewhere, maybe it's at dusk or dawn or whatever, it's not quite light, but you walk into a spider web.
oh,
Do you freak out?
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
panic?
Yes.
Do you
Yeah,
panic?
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Everybody does.
Worse.
Oh,
Yes.
oh.
And then for like 20 minutes, you think there's a spider
Yeah,
somewhere
because you're
on
scared
you.
to death that spider is somewhere on you.
Yeah, you didn't know if it was home when you ran into it.
Yeah,
Oh.
I didn't ring the bell, so I'm not sure. I just drove through his house like that. All right. So it says our ailing hearts might someday owe a debt of gratitude to a venomous spider. Scientists in Australia are beginning a clinical trial for a heart attack medication derived from the venom of the Kagari funnel web spider. There are now several classes of drugs that prevent or treat heart issues. Cardiovascular disease, still one of the leading causes of death. So these researchers think they've landed on something amazing here, because apparently the bite of this spider somehow, the venom prevents heart damage and stops heart attacks. Now, I do know there's a Brazilian spider that if you get bit by it can kill you, but it also will give you a raging boner. So now
they run and use it real quick.
now they use it in boner pills, the actual venom from the spider.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that had to be
The
a
Viagra?
really weird experience for someone to discover that.
Yeah.
You've been bitten by a spider, you're dying,
And then
You
boom.
but you're like, man, but I got raging wood, man. This is the best ever. All right, let's take a look at some of the comments that maybe we're getting this morning. Let's see. Darren Riggin said, good morning, guys. What's up, man?
Good morning, Darren.
Hello, hello.
Aaron Greenwald, Brandon Griffin, good morning. Aaron Lyman, good morning. Carrie just said dog titty. Okay, Carrie.
Oh, kitty.
Good morning, Patrick Beam. Killing it, bro. Killing it. Thank you, Crystal. Brandon Godwin said good morning. Says you need to do a congrats party at Sticky Fingers for doing your own show. The last one was so much fun. I'm ready to do it. Where's Laura Beam? Is she going to be on the show? Crystal, you missed her. She came in, what was it, Wednesday of last week?
Yeah.
Wednesday of last week, and she was a hoot. She was a riot.
Yes.
Of course, yes, she'll definitely be back, and she'll be on from time to time. Kristen, that's your wife, your better half, your much more attractive half.
Hello, baby.
I'll never be able to retire. That's right. That's right. And Tina said good morning. Curtis said good morning. So we must be, nobody's going, hey, your sound's terrible. Audio issues are
Chad,
plaguing
get on
you.
the mic.
Everybody did say that. I just didn't read it to you, Chad. They said Chad is
Trying,
just
man.
completely incompetent. No, I'm kidding. They didn't say anything like that
He's
whatsoever.
lonely, man.
Let's change it up.
These shows here just keep getting better and better.
Now, exactly how much pot did you smoke?
Too much.
And the people.
All right. Listen, I want to talk to you for a minute about Titan Roofing. You can go to TitanRoofingCompany.com. If you are in need of a roof for your home, you want to choose Titan for a couple different reasons. Jeremy and Josh, who own it, are friends of mine. They're local. They're good people. I've worked with them myself for many years. But here are a couple reasons that I think you'd choose them over someone else. Number one, they have a 10-year warranty. It's transferable. That is huge if you're selling a house, all right? If you're selling your house and you've got roof warranty left, that's a big thing.
Yes.
But the biggest thing is that they do all the work with the insurance company for you. And they specialize, let's say your claim was turned down last time, they specialize in getting these claims approved. They're very good at what they do. You can go to TitanRoofingCompany.com. Go to TitanRoofingCompany.com. Check them out. You'll be glad that you did. They're very good folks, and they can help you. Listen, a roof leak ain't nothing to play with. Don't play with that. All right. Okay, so let's see what we've got here to talk about. A couple of things that I wanted to get to here with some unique and interesting questions to get everybody involved and talking about. So, Ronnie, what is, you don't have to lay everything out. What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
Man, there's so many.
There's so many for Ron.
Especially
There's
nowadays,
so
man.
many.
Hard to pick.
You know, I mean,
What's the one you spend most time reading about, thinking about, talking about, arguing about, whatever?
man, I don't want to.
You don't want to go down that rabbit
I
hole.
really don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
I'm pre-beeping you already.
Please.
All right, all right.
I don't want to go down that
Well,
rabbit
pick a different one then, Ronnie.
Is Bigfoot still alive?
It's big. Get out of here, man. Chad, what's your favorite conspiracy theory, Chad? What's on your conspiracy
Right now,
radar?
like all the UFO talk, man. Like it's always been like really cool, but like all this footage that they have now is like insane.
Yeah, you are hearing a lot more about UFOs. You're seeing more videos now.
I want to see actual ETs though. Like we've seen the flying stuff. Like I want to see some aliens.
Well, see, that's the thing is, as many things as we're seeing, I'm still not convinced it's not just another country's drone.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and I think that in the back of my head, I'm like, it's probably just some stuff we haven't brought out yet.
Yeah, defense contracting, they do a lot of cool stuff over there.
Them bombers, some of our stealth bombers and stuff look like some UFOs, straight up UFOs.
Yeah, no, they do. They certainly do. All right. What about you, Adam? What's your big conspiracy theory right now?
Pizzagate.
Pizzagate.
That's a crazy one.
I thought wasn't that debunked? That wasn't that the Alex Jones thing? Pizzagate, where they at the pizza place and underneath they were.
Yeah, I don't know if it was debunked. Depends on who you ask.
Depends on who you ask.
He's still a believer.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I think my favorite conspiracy theory of the moment is that Joe Biden was replaced about a year ago with another guy.
Cloned?
Yeah. Have you seen that? That it was I don't know if it was a clone or not a clone, but I was reading an article and they were going to look at the difference in the pictures. And I'm like,
Look at the ears.
Look how tall he is in this one, and look how tall he is in this one.
I'm like, really? This is what you think that even if he was replaced, did it help?
I think he just had a good night's sleep and he came in looking fresh.
No, he went and had surgery, man. They tried to young him up a little bit, and it just, they did a little eye lift, a couple little things, and he looked a little different. Look at half the old actors in Hollywood now who don't resemble what they once did
They're in
because
bombs.
of all the, the surgeries they've had. Sometimes it changes how you look.
They go a little crazy with it
Yes.
sometimes.
They go a lot crazy with it sometimes, to be honest with you.
Some of them are unrecognizable. Like they do so much, it don't even look like the same person.
Yeah, no, they absolutely don't look like the same person.
And that's a hard job.
Wait,
You wake up every day looking different. That's
Well,
a hard job.
It's ruined some people's careers.
Yeah.
That's a hard job.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe it or not, what's her name? Jennifer Grey. She was in Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
Right. She had a nose job, and it ruined her career, she said.
It did. I remember. I saw
And I
that.
was like, wow, that's crazy that a nose job, but I guess because she wasn't recognizable the way she was. I guess her nose was, I don't know, but I think that's an interesting thing. Who's the worst, who's had the worst plastic surgery? Who looks the craziest?
Man.
Little Kim looks pretty bad. You ever seen Little Kim? Like
Look him, yeah, before and after, yeah.
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey
Oh,
Rourke
man.
probably is the winner, man.
Yeah.
That dude was a straight up sex symbol in the 80s and 90s, man.
Yeah.
He was hooking up with Lisa Bonet in a movie, what was that called? Angel Heart? And all the ladies loved him. And I don't know what happened. He went to he must have went to another country like Botswana or Latvia or somewhere where it was like a deal.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, do me up.
Buy one, get one free.
right?
Yeah, no, he went to the wrong place to get it done. I'll tell you that.
He was trying to save his career. I saw a little bit on that.
Did you?
Yeah, he was trying to save his career, and the surgeries just got out of hand.
Yeah.
And I think it started when he did The Wrestler. That was a good movie. That was a great movie, but you start seeing the transformation then.
Yeah.
It just really got bad over the years, man. I still hear a little bit of
Yeah, no, I hear it too. Shut up.
Don't point that out.
Yeah, no, Mickey Rourke was amazing in Sin City.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love that.
As what was his name? Marv?
Yes,
Marv,
awesome
yeah.
movie.
That's a nice coach you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I still think that's probably one of the more underrated movies
it
of
was
all
awesome.
time.
It was a great
Awesome.
movie.
That movie had to me it's on par with Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
really
watched
liked
it
it.
the other
What
day.
is this? What about? No, he looks just the same.
Clone, man.
I don't
Tom
know.
Brady looks just the same as he always. No, Tom Brady definitely has had a lot of plastic surgery, but Gunner, the difference is his surgeon's amazing.
That
He
was an improvement.
yeah, no, he looks like he looks like he was chiseled out of stone, bro. Who would you rather have, him or Aaron Rodgers? Come on, don't even act like it wouldn't be Tom Brady. Yeah, it's Tom Brady. He'll look the same
He'll look the
when
same.
he's 80.
Yeah.
He'll look just like he does now. I promise you.
He's got a lot of money.
A lot.
Hell yeah, he's got a lot of money.
Money too.
Yeah, no, he's got a damn lot of money, man. He's got the best everything.
Yeah, he's
There's nothing that dude has that you even know what it is.
Yeah.
Honestly, that dude's eating stuff you don't know what it is. He's living in things you don't understand.
Yeah.
He's owned stuff that you've never heard of in your life. Yeah. You know, he's probably got people that work for him that just,
You don't even know.
yeah, people that just keep his toilet paper stocked.
Stuff for him.
Yeah. I mean, that's a whole different world right there. Now, you like sports. How do you feel his commentating's going? Do you like him as a sports commentator?
I like him better than Romo.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Tony Romo, but I like how they can tell you what's going to happen before the play happens. Like,
Yeah.
they sit there and break all the plays down and stuff out.
Tony Romo has been much more popular and probably made more money as a commentator than a quarterback, although he did very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tom Brady definitely.
I like
him better too.
I think so. Yeah.
But Tony Romo is super popular.
No, yeah, he was good at it. It's just,
He's still commentating, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm sure he
Yeah,
is, man.
Yeah. Now, isn't Chris Collinsworth retiring? I think this is his last year, and I like him a lot. He's a real good one. No, nobody on that.
Getting kicked out
Nobody
because
on that.
contracts are so high for some of these people. They're like kicking out some of the OGs because the new people's contracts are so high.
Well, yeah, because they got stupid for a long time, and COVID kind of messed some things up in many different ways. For example, lots of shows, programs, things like that during COVID just absolutely went nuts because people didn't have anything to do.
Right.
And so they invested all this money in it, and then COVID ended, and people said, "Yeah, I don't care anymore."
Yeah.
And they ended up holding the bag like that. There's a lot of that's gone on out there with that. Yeah, we're still not really. I don't know that we'll ever really recover from COVID in a manner of speaking. I mean, a lot of people really, I think,
it affected a lot of people.
it really got
It really
people
did.
messed up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really got in people's heads. A lot of people have more trouble going out, hanging out in public now,
Definitely.
going to stores, doing all kinds of things. I mean,
Concerts.
I mean, I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
I missed. Yeah, that was one of the
sucked big
things that
time.
really sucked, man. Was not being able to go out and go to
No
concerts.
shows.
Yeah.
It did suck, but I didn't know how bad until after. Look, because I broadcast from home for a year, and I commuted about 15 feet to my desk, which was amazing. And it was awesome. It was awesome. I did not want to go back. I had to go back, but when I did, I was shocked to find that it took me, man, I don't know, maybe 6 months to even be comfortable in public again.
Yeah, the shock.
It
of
was
it
so
all.
weird just being around people like that, seeing people around, wondering about stuff then, and then plus you had the maskers and the anti-maskers were, they were hamming it up, going crazy.
Like gang signs.
Yeah, and I'm a rebel. I didn't like the mask, and towards the end I was like, yeah, I'm not. I'm breathing.
Get up.
Yeah, I'm not playing the game anymore. Hey, have you been injured? If you have, you want to reach out to readfirm.com. Tim Reed. Look, this guy is passionate. He's obsessed with justice. He will help you, and he's not a fictional character on a billboard. He's not somebody with a picture of a dog or some toothy giant smile like that horror movie. He's a real guy who can really help you. And listen, they'll text, they email, they're very communicative. Go over to readfirm.com. If you've had an accident, you've been injured, whether it's at work, whether it's a vehicle or whatever it is, that's who you want to get with. By the way, also, if you're moving, check out Metro Moving. You can go to metromoving.co. They have been in business 20 years, over 2,000 moves. Not only can they move you, they can even pack you if you're too lazy or busy to do that for yourself. I mean, hey, I understand. I mean, who wants to do it? Nobody likes it, right?
Horrible.
No, man. When's the last time you moved, Ronnie?
5 years ago.
5 years
We
ago.
actually talked about that yesterday.
Did you?
I said I'm never moving again.
Never again.
Never again. I'll die here. I'll die. in that
Okay.
house.
Okay.
Not
I
moving.
got to do it in 2 weeks.
You got to do it in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Yeah, we did it a couple weeks back. As a matter of fact, the weekend before the show launched, we moved back to Benton,
Yeah.
and it was me.
How do you like it back out there?
Oh, I'm so happy.
You like
So
Saline County, huh?
Oh, I love Saline County, man. Yeah. Come for the math, stay for the people.
There you go.
That's a joke. Damn it, that's a joke. No, I do. It's just, I graduated there. I know everybody there. Everybody knows me there. It's just, it's old school town comfort, to be honest with you.
It is.
It's different when it's your town and everybody knows you. You know, the feel is different.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just different because they already know me. They don't treat me any different. You know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah.
it's just
home.
me. Yeah, it's just home. That's all it is. As a matter of fact, most of the people I graduated with, half of them don't even know I'm on a show, do anything to do with the show. Like, what have you been doing all these years? Nothing. You know, I was
Just hanging out.
just hanging out. Yeah, that's all. And doing some real estate here and there. By the way, are you in need of real estate? Because I can help you with that. Helped a couple with a great deal over the weekend. It was not the $500 deal, although I did do that recently. Help a couple get into a home for $500. But this couple, I did. They get a VA loan, and I got the seller to pay all their closing costs for them.
Nice.
So therefore, they paid for their inspection, and that was it.
That's awesome, man.
So they got in for about $400. So you can do it. You can do it. All you got to do is reach out to me if you're.
You hear that?
What was?
What the hell was that? Anybody hear that?
I heard it.
Anybody hear that?
Wow.
I don't know what that was.
Came up in here or something.
And that's
That's very loud.
That was
very
wild, man.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't hear it in the mic. I wonder if that
Right. Sorry out
was
there.
outside or something because that.
So speaking of realty, what do
Yeah.
you think about this $25,000 loan given out for first-time home buyers?
I'm not familiar. Tell me about this $25,000 loan. I don't know what
You
that
can
is.
push the button. It's a Kamala Harris type deal.
Oh, is it? Oh.
So
I didn't know you were trying to sneak that in there, man.
snug it in.
You did sneak it in. Look, I'm all for helping, but there are lots of programs out there to help. But you have to do it smart. And I know that people don't like hearing that because everybody wants to buy a house, right?
Yeah.
But you have to do it smart because if you don't, you have another bubble burst like we had.
Yeah.
That's what caused the housing market collapse to begin with. Is they started issuing credit to people who historically didn't pay bills. And they lived up to their history and didn't pay for their houses, and they all went belly up, and it busted the housing market. That's what happens because, man, yes, it'd be great to just have your slate wiped clean and start over, but the fact of the matter is, if you hadn't changed your behavior, it's not going to change anything. It's just like if you magically were skinny and you ate the same, you're going to get fat again. It's what's going to happen. Until you learn to manage your bills, you're not going to be able to pay for a house. It's just life.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of doing it if it's good. Now I do think there are things to do with credit that screw people over. Things stay too long on there. They don't get it cleaned up. It's hard to get done sometimes. But look, they make it easier than ever. I mean, you got Credit Karma. For example, Credit Karma, you download it. It'll tell you how to correct everything. It'll let you dispute it right there on the app. It's a free app. You can see your scores. It'll give you suggestions on how to improve your scores. It will tell you what credit cards you qualify for right now and say, here, apply for this. There's a 78% chance you get approved for it. And that's all free. And I mean, if the information's out there free and you can't get your life together, then what? I mean, I'm no different than you. Trust me, as you know, the information's out there free for how to get skinny. I'm still fat. Okay? We're all guilty of it in some way or another, right? But you can't, just because you feel bad for people doesn't mean you just give them a house. I mean, it's got to be built. Somebody's got to pay for it.
Look at the policy real good. It's for
Filling your water.
it's
Go
for
ahead.
it's for minorities and brown people. That's
What now?
what the policy.
What now? What?
The policy is targeting.
Oh,
You got to read a little deep into it, but I don't want to bring her name back up. I don't want to push the button. But that's really what it's for.
okay. For to help with minorities for home buys.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really what it's for.
Well, and I understand, and I'm not going to put any skin in that game because it's not going to impact me as far as me buying a home or not buying a home. But I don't know the facts on that, Ronnie. I'm not educated on it to say if I agree or don't agree. But in general, I don't agree with free money because free money is what put us in inflation the way we are now.
Where we are now.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what
Where
caused
we
it.
are now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, I don't understand the new mentality that, Oh, just keep writing checks. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
You know, there's some new theory that you can just wipe out all the debt and it doesn't matter because we make the money. But that
work that way.
that theory doesn't hold true unless you just want to go back to the barter system.
Yeah.
You know, and that's fine. I'll go back to the barter system. But do you want to have to barter for clothes and gas?
No.
You want to talk about taking advantage of people? Yeah, I'd love to give you some gas if you, you know, I got a tank I want to be part of too. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's how that barter system ends. I mean, I'm just telling you, that's the way of the world. Am I wrong?
You're right, man. You're right.
No. So you have to be smart about anything like that. But there are so many. That's what people don't understand about home buying is, look, given a year, you can improve almost anything unless you just filed a bankruptcy. And you can still buy a house,
Yeah,
but
you can.
you really can. But you can improve almost anything within a year. And there's so many grants. Like the city of Little Rock, for example, offers $8,000 grants. Grant. You don't have to pay it back towards down payment, closing costs, things like that for certain zip codes. You know what I mean? So there's already a ton of programs. There's a rural development loan. You hear it sometimes referred to as an RD loan. That's for areas in the county where they want to stimulate more housing. So what do? No down payment on those. Just like the VA, no down payment. You know, but you also have to remember, you know, no down payments and no closing costs and all that means what? Higher payment. That's right. Yeah. You never get something for nothing.
Right.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. People say, oh, well, you know, it's a lot cheaper to own than rent. Maybe, but don't think that you're going to get a house for $1,000 a month. That's going to be $200,000-$400,000 house. You're not.
No.
It don't work like that. I mean, it's not going to be that way. You figure on 150,000. You figure. I mean, look, just go with 100. You know, times 1,000. You know, so 1,500 a month, $150,000 house. Just that's an easy math. Now it could be less than that, but that'll keep you safe. You know, out there when you're thinking about it. It's
Right.
It's not a gimme. You're not going to get. You know, maybe 100,000. You can get a $700-800 payment a month. You know, but you're not going to get a lot of house for $100,000. It's going to be a fixer-upper, as they say. You know, you're not going to get a rehab version of it. But yeah, so just get on track. Get with somebody who can help you get on track. Find a mortgage company, a lender, a banker, a realtor, and let someone get you on track to get a house if that's what you want to do. But you'd be amazed at what you can do with just a little bit of good credit. Now, if you need to know 580 or better, that's the number where they start looking at helping people get a home. Yeah, you need to be at a 580 or better. If you're there, you got a shot at it. Now, every number you're up, you're better. I talked to a guy at the highest credit score I've ever seen in my life yesterday, an 890.
Ooh.
An 890. I didn't even know that was possible.
No,
I was like,
now.
dude, have you ever been late your whole life? I mean, I don't even know what that's like. That's like, my score would go into that twice almost. I don't think that's a good thing either. I'll be honest with you.
He's an imbecile.
Well, he's our imbecile now.
Patrick and the people.
All right, let's talk about this. Some Massachusetts parents are suing a school district after a student got a D, or it was given a D, because he used AI on his social studies homework project. He's been accused of cheating, and they said it wasn't cheating because there's no rule in the handbook against AI. Her and his father are the plaintiffs in this lawsuit. So mom and dad said, yeah, he used AI to do it, but there was no rule against it, so why did he get a D? The lawsuit alleges their son will suffer irreparable harm that's imminent over the grade that his parents say kept him out of the National Honor Society, which is now threatening his ability to be in a top-tier college. So do you feel like he's wrong, the parents are wrong, or is the school wrong in this case? I mean, where do you come down on that, Chad?
Man, that's a tough one.
You say that's a tough one. It is. Ronnie, what do you think?
Man.
Using tools available.
Well, yeah,
Right.
using tools available,
Yeah.
but
So is that any different than, well, yeah, because it does work for you. It writes for you. It creates for you, right?
creates
It does, but I mean, they had to put something together to make it do that, do they not? Like they can't just.
I don't think it takes much.
It don't take much.
No, it takes about a one question, one sentence prompt, maybe a couple sentences tops to get it to do a lot of stuff for you. Here's the problem I have with this one. And I do understand the technicality. It's not a rule. And probably they'll purvey in the lawsuit because it's not a rule.
Right.
So they're not going to be able to hold it to them. The real problem I have here is with the parents. Because what they're not doing is promoting their kid to learn something.
Right. Yeah.
You're fighting for your kid who took a shortcut to do the work, maybe a clever shortcut, but it's a shortcut. You know it's a shortcut. I know it's a shortcut. He probably didn't learn a damn thing other than how to type a prompt in AI. And now you're fighting for him to be lazy and not do what school is supposed to do, which is educate someone so they can get out in the real world and maybe have a decent conversation or know anything at all.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like that's a very bad move on their part in my mind. I can't fight for my kid to shortcut themselves.
Making it so easy.
Now I did get into it with Holly. This was many years ago, and and I don't know if they still do it. Common Core, but Common Core was something they changed to a few years ago, and it changed the way mathematics was done.
Yes.
And I straight got into an argument with the teacher, and I'm not that guy. I am not the guy to just randomly debate with people over anything. I'm not a Karen or a Kyle. I don't show up and go off on people. It's not what I do. You know, I only rant once a week, and that's
once a
right
week.
here. But I did, because he got the right answer. She marked it off because he didn't show the work. And I'm like, he did show the work right here. And she goes, yeah, but you can't carry numbers anymore.
What?
I said,
Yeah.
why can you not carry the number? She goes, well, because you're not showing the work, so they don't understand why it works. I said, it works. What difference does it make?
Yeah. I used to do that.
Did the answer come out the same? Yes. Then that makes sense. I mean, carrying the ones worked forever.
It did for me.
Yeah, I don't need to understand everything, but I do need to understand that formula worked for me.
It worked
Now
for
they
me.
have to take 5 other steps that are much more difficult to do it.
My teacher used to tell me that.
Why are you taking the long way around? I got the answer right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got the answer right, but why'd you do it that way?
Because that's the way I know how to do it.
Yeah, that's what worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it also, you know, what happened is it prevented parents from helping kids with homework.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, you kind of freeze the parent out from being able to help,
Yeah.
which I'm not sure wasn't part of the plan anyway. I mean, they've been steadily getting rid of homework. You know, I know that was another issue that I had the last couple of years. My kids were in school. They'd come home
No homework.
and no homework. And I'm like, where's your homework?
It's all
I don't have any. And I was like, that's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
Look,
believe
you
that.
are a junior in high school.
Yeah.
You should be toting 6 books a day home,
Yes.
doing more homework than you want to, and pissed off about it because you can't see your friends, you can't smoke a hog leg, you can't jam the Zeppelin, run up and down the road, whatever it is you want to do.
No, that was our generation.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was our generation. Either way, you couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So it is a big difference now, isn't it?
It is. My 7-year-old, he carries a backpack that a college student should be carrying, actually. He
Yeah.
has a lot of books. And he comes home, and there is no homework. It's all on Chromebook now. So
Yes.
while they carry
On Chromebook.
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
all on a Chromebook now.
Okay.
So while they carry all these extra things, I have no idea.
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah, he's a little guy carrying a big backpack.
Yeah. Why they're carrying all the books but not doing the homework? Why is he carrying the books then?
I don't know. I really don't.
Maybe you should ask that.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a good exercise. Is that what it is? He's just trying to get his biceps up?
I think.
Yeah, no. Man, I remember when I was in school, I had, and I wasn't supposed to, but I had 3 different lockers. They issued me one. I took
yeah.
2 other ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a big campus, man. I was always late for class.
Yeah.
So I had 2 manufactured lockers that I made up and took over, you know, and that way that I had my books distributed where I could run and get to them in time.
I had like friends. I'd be like, I'm gonna borrow your locker. Period.
Oh, you shared lockers sometimes? Yeah, yeah. Did you ever forget your combination?
All the time.
Oh my God, I would. I'd be so mad. I'd have to end up going to class without a book because I didn't remember.
I had it
Yeah.
wrote down on the side of my backpack, so I'd always see it in the morning. That's how bad I was.
No, I knew my combination.
You did?
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah. Well, you're a pretty smart guy, though. Let's see what comments we got from folks out here. See what they're sending in. Okay, so maybe a shortcut, but he did the assignment. Crystal, you are right. He did do the assignment, which is more than some kids do. Said, I feel like as long as the kids are doing the work, just give them the credit. At least they're doing it. Yes and no. You know, it's like the difference in paint by number and painting a picture. You know, if everybody paints by number, you never have a Picasso. You just have a bunch of people that paint by number. You know, they all look like Thomas Kincaid, painter of light. I'm sorry, did I say that? Crystal said the scream was legendary. It's crazy.
If they heard it.
Jay Sorsby, what's up, Jay? Good morning, J.R. Seifert. What's up with you? Good morning, Curtis. How are you? And Tina and Eddie. Good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
All right, let's do something different now. What do you say?
These shows here just keep getting better and better.
Now, exactly how much pot did you smoke?
Patrick and the people.
All right, I got to test something real quick. Hold on. All right, talk, Chad.
Hello.
Talk.
You trying to find the static?
I know where it is. I'm just making sure I'm right. Okay, Ronnie, hold on.
Hello.
Yeah, right
There it is.
There it is.
I've got a racist XLR cable.
Dovey just said, check your cable.
Yeah, no, it's definitely that cable. There's no doubt about it. I figured that out yesterday, but I thought I'd beaten it. I was wrong. You know, I did not. Yeah, we'll get some better ones. Let's talk about I saw this and I thought this is definitely going to be something that I'm going to take exception with. And I like things like that. And I think everybody here probably will take exception to it. Ronnie, you're breathing too hard. All right. It says it doesn't. Now, this comes from a prep service, but it's called How Masculinity Will Evolve Over the Next Quarter Century. Are you ready to evolve your masculinity, Chad?
I guess so.
I hope you are. How about yourself, Adam?
Every time, yes.
Yeah.
Every
It
time.
doesn't matter if you like it or not. Time marches on. Attitudes change. That's true. Some of what was considered masculine 50 years ago might not have flown 25 years later and into today. So we're going to look back at trends over the past 25 years. Shows the following things are just some of what's different than a quarter century ago. So it says men are falling behind women in academics, and the economic playing field is being leveled. The beauty and self-care industries are more focused on men today. That's very true. We did used to just have a few products and life was very simple. Now the aisle is way overclogged with shampoos, deodorizers.
Yeah.
It's too many choices. I don't want that many choices. I don't need that many. You know, I need give me 3 deodorants to pick from, 3 shampoos, and let me be out.
Some Irish Spring.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Modern men have a lot more expected of them when it comes to fatherhood. That's definitely true. Because I do remember, look, let's be honest, the 60s, 70s, 50s, times like that, you know, if parents broke up, dad split, mom kept the kids, and maybe you'd see dad every other weekend if he wasn't with his new family.
Right.
You know what I mean? If he hadn't left the old family behind and say, yeah, good luck on that. See you and the kids down the road.
Restart.
Yeah, so a lot has changed, but one of the things that also has changed is custody. You see a lot more dads who don't want to be every other weekend dads, such as yourself, myself.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, same with Adam. Yeah, a lot of dads who are like, yeah, I'm not doing part-time.
No.
You know, I'm not doing that.
23 years ago, I took custody of both my kids.
Yeah, and you did a hell of a job on them, I might admit. They're both good kids, man. How old are your kids now?
My daughter's 23 and my son's 14.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 more. I've got an 11-year-older and a 7-year-older now.
Wow. Okay, you got a handful, don't you?
Handful.
All right. So the importance of men's health care is being highlighted more than ever before. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Guys are still notoriously bad about not going to the doctor.
Yeah.
I
I don't go to the doctor.
Yeah, I just heard a guy, someone's wife talking about her husband, and he was like, yeah, he's got this cancer, and I'm like, 3 of them? did he ever go to the doctor? And she said, no, he didn't. He didn't like going to the doctor. And I'm like, yeah, sometimes maybe it's a good idea to go.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good idea. I mean, I know for a fact someone very close to me, a female, had a colonoscopy and had a cyst, or not a, what do they call the growth? Well, you know what I'm talking about in there. And it was not cancerous. It was benign, but it is the kind that leads to cancer. It is the cancer causing one. And so they told her, you need to come back every year for a little bit and let us keep an eye on polyps. That's what they're called.
Yes.
Yeah, polyps. And so, you know, that, look, you got to be smart about that kind of stuff, man. You got to go to the doctor once in a while just to make sure you don't have cancer.
Well, yeah.
I
hate the C word.
I know. Well, you can't avoid it by hiding. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, we can stop doing some of the things we do. Sugar,
Yeah, main thing.
foods we eat.
Sugar.
Sugar is
Why are you talking about sugar like that?
because I love it, but I know what it causes. I know what it
It
leads.
causes me to feel happy.
Well, yeah.
It causes me to feel very satiated. And
Well, it does.
what's your problem, man? Big sugar hurts you? Where'd it touch you? Show me on the doll where sugar touched you.
It's, I have a little bit of sugar, I mean, a little bit of coffee with my sugar every morning, and I hate it. I hate having that much sugar, but I need it.
Yeah, you know, it is really bad, to be honest. We all know that. I mean, look, I mean, that's what makes us fat, right? Sugar and bread. Those are two things.
Yeah, sugar and
If we eliminated sugar and bread, everybody'd be skinny, but we'd all be miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just angry.
Just angry as hell. Yeah, no, I'd be angry.
Jesus.
It says men are more open to exploring and discussing their sexuality. Well, geez, I think who isn't open to discussing and exploring their sexuality anymore? They're doing it in kindergarten, for God's sake.
right.
It's doing it everywhere. Dude, hell, it's not even inappropriate at work anymore. You know, you can just talk about whatever you want these days. It doesn't matter. Says the introduction and prevalence of the D-pic. No, that's a big no. I'm not doing any D-pics. I'll tell you something weird to me. And I know it's just things. Look, they change, but sometimes I can't wrap my head around things. But I was watching a very famous and who someone I would consider historically pretty masculine. He was an athlete wearing pearls. He had like 3 strands of pearls on his neck.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it's apparently, my son said this is a big trend amongst men, especially young men, is wearing pearls.
That's old ladies. But
Well, it's just too soft. It's too feminine looking for me.
Pearls.
Think of like Lisa Simpson.
But look, I mean, there was a point where if guys wore pink, they'd be mocked, and I wear pink all the time. I like wearing pink.
Same here.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. Now, I'm still not back to wearing those flowy Jim Morrison Shakespeare shirts.
The blouses.
Yeah, the blouses that they wore. But, you know, the other thing that you see more is guys wearing what appear to be skirts, and I don't mean kilts.
Yeah.
You know, now.
And purses.
What?
Have you seen
Yes,
purses?
I've seen the purses too. Yeah.
In purse.
Yeah. Let me just say this, and I respect everyone's right to wear whatever they want. You won't see me wearing a dress unless it's to be stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not going to wear pearls. And I'm damn sure not carrying any kind of purse, man bag. The only man bag I got carries 2 things in it now. And it's you can't get in. There's no zipper on it. You know what I'm saying?
Left and right.
It's got my yams in it, if you get my drift. You know what I mean? So it says, then what will things be like 25 years from now? And it says the aspects of masculinity that have become viewed as toxic will continue to be shed, with the old school tough guy attitude becoming horrifying, barbaric, outdated, and cringe. Okay, let's talk about that. So if the old tough guy attitude becomes horrifying, barbaric, outdated, and cringe, who's protecting you?
Nobody.
No, nobody will have to protect anybody because we'll all be soft and sweet, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. And that's what they want us. Soft and
We need more John Wayne's back.
soft and sweet.
Yeah.
I
I don't know. I don't subscribe to this new theory of men giving up masculinity.
What do they call it now? Toxic.
Toxic masculinity. Well, not all of it's toxic, okay? Not all of it's toxic. Some of it can, sure. Anything can be toxic. You can be a toxic guy, toxic girl. I mean, trust me, I've met many a toxic ladies. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, crazy as hell, just like guys. Do what? You're trying to leave? Brandon's got control. Oh, okay. Good. I was just making sure. Yeah. I was going to have to show you some masculinity. I didn't want to do that. No, I think that, there is a place for masculinity, and I think a lot of women still gravitate to masculinity. I don't know. Maybe they're looking for more effeminate guys these days, but I think not. I think that I've read that that's a big problem in the dating pool, is that girls can't find guys who are masculine.
Anymore.
I mean, I'm sorry, but look, I mean, it's cool if you don't want to be. If you want to carry a man bag and wear pearls and a skirt, I think,
prerogative.
Hey, you can still whip my ass, maybe, Not if I pull that skirt off, though.
These shows here just keep getting better and better.
Now, exactly how much pot did you smoke?
Patrick and the people.
Yeah, I'm running behind a little bit today, but let's do this right here.
This is the segment, not like the other. People do stupid shit, you say, oh brother. Hey, it's not a copy or a clone of any previous bit. But if you think so, hey, we don't give a shit. Yeah. Wackadoo, then the news.
Man, that is the greatest thing I ever heard in my life.
I love that.
That guy needs a Grammy.
Man, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? You're absolutely right. That is Grammy worthy, isn't it?
Yes.
I agree with you 100%. All right. So let's take a look at what we got going on here. Okay. This woman, pretty funny story here. A Cape Coral, Florida woman being accused of using a kid to steal a barista machine and a vacuum from her local Target. 33-year-old Liz Novak was caught by the loss prevention staff of the store. She entered Target with a kid under the age of 10. On video, loss prevention said they saw her load up the cart with items, including the coffee machine and the vacuum, then turn it over to the kid so they could walk it out of the store, pushing it. Shortly thereafter, she walked outside, caught up with the kid, now over $1,000, now facing one count of grand larceny. Look, I was a shoplifter at one point when I was young, about 18 to 20. I thought I was the Ocean's 11 of shoplifters, okay?
Sticky fingers.
Oh, yeah. No, I was good till I wasn't, right?
Did you get caught?
Oh, yeah.
You get arrested?
Oh, yeah.
I did too, man. I'm not going to lie. I got in trouble too.
Yeah. So I used to, especially, I think movies, DVDs, I used to get those a lot. But the biggest shoplifting accomplishment of my era was at a Target store. And I had been there many times and had come to understand the placement of cameras. And so I got a TV. I put it in my cart. I had a receipt from Target the day before. I went over to the stationery aisle, got a stapler, stapled the receipt to the TV box, rolled it up to the door and stood there for a minute. And then someone asked me if I needed help out. And I said, I got it. Boom, was gone, baby. Threw that in the TV. The person driving the car hauled ass and we were gone. Yeah, not proud of it, but kind of. But
it worked.
Fast forward to a couple months later, and Mr. Big Time here, Mr. Sticky Fingers, Mr. Five Finger Discount, was not in Target, in Sears at the mall, the old the University Mall back when that was around. You probably don't remember that, but it was by Park Plaza. They were competing malls for a minute, but I went in there and they had they had a lot of stuff. And I was wanting some clothes, and they caught me because I walked back into the mall. They surrounded me all of a sudden, and they were like, "We need to check your bag," because what happened on the way out, I got a little greedy, and I tipped some Bugle Boy socks in the bag because I was like, "Oh, those are fresh. I want those. Those look good, man." So then they take me, they bring me back into this room, right? And they're like, we're going to have to check you to see if you got anything else. And I said, well, let me just tell you, I do. I got a pair of pants on under these pants and another shirt folded up under this. And yeah, I had about 2 outfits under there. And man, boy, yeah. So I had to go to court. And actually, they didn't arrest me then. They wrote me a ticket. I thought I was going to jail then. But I went to court, and I didn't have the money to pay the fine. So they made me go work. I had to work, I think, 8 days to pay off my fine for the city. Yeah, I worked for the city.
Picking up trash.
No, I opted out of that. They asked me if I want to do that or make drug awareness coloring books.
There you go.
Is there an irony in the fact that I was stoned like a mofo up in there making those coloring books too? Like the kids are gonna like these. Yeah. A new study shows that people are staying home more these days, and Gen Z might be the homebody generation. 10% of Americans are choosing to spend more time at home than they did over a decade ago. The trend appears to show hitting up dive bars and clubs not nearly as preferable as living room gatherings, dinner parties, backyard parties. When it comes to the Gen Z crowd, it seems the bars are a source of social anxiety, forcing them to navigate with new people, and they'd rather just deal with the people they know at their own place. Well, that sounds like most of us, doesn't it?
Yeah. Right.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. Okay. I've never been a club person. I just, every once in a while I'll go with the friends or whatever, but you can't hear each other normally in the club very well. It's hard. I mean, you might dance with a chick, but you're not really going to have good conversation there. Maybe you can get a hookup and go next door to the motel or whatever. But beyond that, I mean, I never found a club as a great place to meet somebody.
That atmosphere makes you spend too much money.
Oh,
A
wait.
whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
It does. I mean, you're in
And that's the other thing. You got to,
just pulling out money. You know.
especially if you're trying to pick up a girl.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to buy an innumerable amount of
Yeah,
drinks.
you're gonna floss. You're gonna be like,
Food,
oh,
yeah.
this.
Stuff like that. Stupid roses they come by with.
Yeah.
Jello shots.
Jello shots.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
It's
can go all
Valentine's Day. You want a Jello shot in the shape of a heart for your girl, right? And a panty rose. Yeah, I sure do.
I need to.
Yeah. A funeral home in Poland has apologized for quite a blunder. Hades Funeral Service. Hold on.
What?
Is that a good name? Hades
Wow.
Funeral Service? Hades? That's great. Unfortunate name, but they had an unexpected technical failure of the lock on their hearse, which caused a corpse to fall out of the back and into traffic. Their apology called it an unfortunate event, and they profusely apologized. A man was left terrified, thinking he hit someone after seeing a body in the road and a sheet on his car window. Of course, the body was not injured because it was already dead. But can you imagine that dude thought he just ran over somebody, man?
Feeling of
Oh
it.
my God, that would be horrible, wouldn't it? Damn, that'd be a little PTSD right there, man.
That heart pumping.
In Minnesota, the ACLU has taken up a bong water case. Jessica Besky is facing decades in prison, potential $1 million fine because police found bong water in her possession.
What?
Yeah, the involvement of the ACLU speaks to the question raised about uneven law enforcement of the state's drug laws. Reports say Besky was pulled over in May. A police search of the car revealed drug paraphernalia, meth residue, and a glass bong containing 8 ounces of water. Because of a loophole in the law, the county attorney was able to treat the bong water as if it were 8 ounces of pure meth.
What?
What?
Warranting a first-degree drug charge carrying up to 30 years in prison
For water?
for bong water,
It's water at the end of the day.
meth water.
Well, meth water would be a little different.
Well, but it's not, it's just the water
Yeah.
that it traveled through when you smoked it. I mean, that's terrible. That's a racket. No, that's a racket. And whoever those officers are, whoever is in charge of that should be just fired right now. Just fire them today.
Yeah.
Because that's not what it's about. You're a jerk if you're doing that. Look, I get it. You don't want them to drive and do meth. Nobody does, right?
Yeah.
But you can't just manufacture these stupid things to charge them with and rake them over the coals, take all the money they got. You know, it's a never-ending story then. They'll never be able to dig out of that. That's nothing but a trap, and that's sorry to do, and you know it's sorry to do. Catch them the right way, plant it on them like normal people. That's wrong. In Japan, a convenience store robber made the job of police easy by an employee where he'd be hanging out after the heist. Cops arrested 47-year-old Minoru Higashino for threatening the store employee with a box knife and stealing 12 items worth $18. As he was leaving the store with his stolen goods, he told the female employee on duty to call the cops and tell him he went to Washizuga Park. Cops then went to the park where they found him and arrested him.
What the hell is his problem?
Oh.
Yeah, our criminal. We need a better class. I mean, that's an embarrassing criminal right there. That's not even.
Do better.
I mean,
Wallet on the
you're going to get your ass beat and other things in jail. It's not good for you to go there.
No.
All right, let's see. Okay, Evan Woodward arrested Thursday after a traffic stop where he bizarrely held a python while refusing to cooperate with the police. Pulled over for driving without headlights, Woodward claimed he didn't need a license and could drive off at will despite being told he was under arrest. I'm not under arrest and I can drive off whenever I want.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. Let me know how that works.
Okay, yeah, let's watch this reality play out. He tried to flee, still clutching the snake, but was apprehended without harm to the reptile. Inside his car, officers found, guess what? Guess what it was?
Meth.
Oh, guess what? They found 92 grams of fentanyl,
Oh, man.
marijuana, and $5,000 in money.
No meth
So-
at all.
No meth. Yeah, disappointing, huh? Just 92 grams of fentanyl, which probably would kill a stadium of people.
Yeah.
It would.
That stuff's crazy, man. I don't understand anybody that wants to.
Touch something that will kill you,
So
man.
what'd they do with the snake?
Interesting question, man.
Well, I asked
Are you needing a snake?
why I asked that. Years ago,
Yeah.
my roommate took my python
Pause, but
to Riverfest.
He took your python to Riverfest?
Yeah, he took my python to
Was
Riverfest.
it a soft python?
No, not that python.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't.
Real python. And he was held up by the cops and was arrested with my snake. They let him go and brought my snake home, but they were going to kill my snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. This really happened. Mike Morgan, if you're listening, you remember that day.
uh-oh.
You still mad about it?
How long did the snake? You got it back? It was
I got my
okay.
snake back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my snake
So how long did you have a python?
back. Until I bought a motorcycle. and I
Can't own one and the other.
I gotta have one or the other.
They don't go together.
My
No.
snake actually, I wouldn't feed it for like 3 or 4 months after I bought the motorcycle.
Oh, hell.
I mean, I just neglected it. I mean, I was on a motorcycle. So,
So you couldn't feed it because you're on a motorcycle.
well, actually, I was just, I changed. I was crazy back then.
No, I understand. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it.
Priorities. Because I bought a motorcycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I understand. Because I've neglected many things in my life and people too. So I get it, man. I get it. Have you ever had a snake as a pet?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever had a desire to have a snake as a pet?
No.
All right. Chad,
I had an iguana.
you had an iguana.
Yeah, that was pretty
Really?
wild.
How long did you have that?
Probably about
So he bought a motorcycle.
till I bought a car. For about 2 years, probably.
You know, it sounds like this is a theme. People get these reptiles, and about 2 years later, they're like,
I'm over it.
I don't want this anymore.
That's pretty
I hear that iguanas are super cool, but that they're also, that will claw the hell out of you.
They'll slap you with that damn tail.
Do they?
Oh, man, it hurts like a whip. It's like,
Really?
Yes.
Does it intentionally slap you or it just
No,
happens?
that's part of like their defenses. Like they'll slap you with that damn tail.
Yeah, where did you get slapped?
Like on the arm and stuff. Like you go down and get him and he'd be like, nope.
And it's hard to spank an iguana.
Like, you can't. Like, you're just like, why'd you do that?
You can't spank your lizard. Can you?
I mean, you
You
could.
did get caught spanking your lizard once by your mom, didn't you?
I'm spanking my lizard. Leave me alone.
All right. So the weirdest pets I ever had were a pair of ferrets that I named Frodo and Kodo from the movie Beastmaster or Poto and Kodo, whatever the hell they were. I can't remember, but had a couple ferrets for about 2 years. That's about how long I had them. And
Perfect thing for a shoplifter, you know?
yeah, no, it was. And let me tell you something. Those bastards paid me back every time, every way.
Wow, man.
Because, man, they will steal everything. If it's shiny,
It's gone.
oh my God, it's gone. Listen, there were so many mornings I woke up looking for my car keys, and I'd get so damn mad because they would find them, they would take them, and they would go hide them in the bottom corner of the couch, you know, and they, even if you get them deglanded, they still kind of stink.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have a scent gland like a skunk does, but they, you know, the domesticated ones, you have that removed, but they're still funky like a monkey. Trust me, and it don't smell like anything else. Ferrets smell like ferrets. But the reason mine were gone, I was also neglectful. I left the back door open, and somehow they got out the back door and never came back.
Never came back.
No, they probably got eaten by a hawk. About an hour later would be my guess. But
Accidentally left the door open.
nah, I'm not going to say accidentally, but I had my keys with me, I'll tell you that.
You're so stressed. Want me to make you happy with my mouth?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. So, Ronnie, what do you got planned out this week? What's going on with you, man?
Work.
Big work week for you. What about yourself, Chad? You got
Piercing hole, putting holes in people, man.
You got to be careful how you say that.
No, I need a pause.
Yeah, putting holes in people, he says.
Holes in people.
Yeah. Now, what kind of normally just ears and noses? Is that 90% of what you
Yeah,
do?
pretty much.
Ears and noses.
On a good day.
Yeah. On a good day. What's a bad day?
Man, there's some wild requests like we were talking about. Today.
Yeah. Now you will pierce a gooch, right?
No, sir.
Not the gooch.
No, sir.
Oh, I thought you do the gooch.
No, sir.
I know you wouldn't do the Franken beans.
He tried to get me to pierce yours. I told
He said, "I've told you no already."
I just tried to see if you would do it.
He texted me, man. Like I've already told you, I will
I
not
just
do
want you to put a stud there for me, for God's
He
sake.
wanted me to do it live on the air, and I was like, dude,
Yeah.
the state will
That's
get
right.
me. We cannot do this.
That's
Like,
right. I'm going to put my gooch on display and you pierce it. What's in the scaffolding world today for you, man?
After the show today, heading to Eureka Springs.
Eureka.
Yes.
This guy
That's a lot of fun. What are you going there to work though?
Yeah. Look at a church. An
Really?
old church. It looks like the things scary movies are made of.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
awesome.
One of those kind. That's
Yes,
cool.
it's
So what do
very
they have, like lights that they've got to change out or something, or are they going to redo it or what?
I think they're going to rehab the whole outside.
Oh, okay. So and it's historic, I'm
Yes.
sure.
a
Yes.
bunch of scaffolding, man.
A whole bunch.
No, you have to have a bunch of it. You know, those historic buildings like that, you can't, attach things to it. So you have to creatively come up with ways to hang scaffolding over the side that somehow doesn't cause detriment to the structure, which is not easy, I'm sure.
No. This one's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
I like those. Interesting.
Yeah. You can legally smoke a joint walking down the street in Eureka Springs without even a question.
That's good to know.
I think you can do it anywhere anymore, but
Where can you not?
more or
in
less.
Arkansas?
Yeah, I think you can do it at junior high now.
I know you can smell it in
What's
my
up, Deej?
neighborhood.
Want to hit? Probably take one. Okay. Hey, what's the celebrity right now, celebrity, athlete, whatever, that's making you absolutely crazy, Adam? Who's driving you crazy, the celebrity?
Like, in a bad way?
Yeah, in a bad way. Could be a good way, I guess. Is there somebody in a good way driving you crazy?
No.
Okay.
Celebrity Kevin Hart.
You
Man,
just,
I just don't like him.
What?
you just
I'm
burn out?
sorry. I
You don't find him funny?
don't think he is as funny as everybody else thinks.
Okay.
He's
I think
overrated. Yes, very overrated.
overrated.
And
Man,
he's
that's
in
tough.
way too many movies.
Now,
No, it isn't a lot.
let me say this. I would say the early part of his career was really funny, really good. I liked probably the first three specials he did were amazing.
Yeah.
But I think oversaturation kills
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
It just wears you out.
Commercial.
You know,
He's everywhere.
dude, he is in every movie, every commercial. I mean, you cannot. I think he popped up in my house. I turned everything off, and he popped up from behind a plant in my house to tell me about a credit card.
Yeah. If I see
What's in your wallet?
if I see a movie he's in it, I change. I just
I think people are just fatigued with it, but I get that. That's interesting. Yeah. My wife was a huge K-Art fan. That was the big thing for many years. And she's like you. She's just kind of,
We're past that.
the stick is the stick. We've seen it.
You know, I saw a program yesterday where Mike Tyson has teamed up with Ric Flair.
Really?
And it's all municipal. And I mean, Mike Tyson has a new product out now with the
ear.
Holyfield's ear.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
off. And Ric Flair's joined the gang now.
Okay.
And, you know, Ric Flair is talking about that he has gained more monetary value by putting his name on a brand of marijuana than all his wrestling career. Think about
Hold
that.
on a second.
believe
Hello,
that, man.
dispensaries.
Yeah. Think about that.
Do you want some Angry Patrick Butt?
Yeah.
I think you do.
More celebrities
I think you
are
do.
to it.
You might want to reach out to me about that. It could be possible. I could consider something like that if, we work something out there.
Angry Patrick gummies. I mean, come on. We could.
No, I'm not going to have gummies, man.
Oh.
We're going to light this stuff on
Light
fire,
on
bro.
fire.
This is about being angry.
Yeah.
Okay?
Angry Patrick gummies. Angry Patrick smoke.
Yeah. No, that'd be cool, though. That'd be fun, though.
You know,
Angry
but
Patrick
more
and then
so-
chill pack.
What
More
kind of high would it be, though, if it was Angry Patrick smoke?
Have to be a
It'd
sativa,
have to be a sativa.
Yeah,
have to be a
Yeah, it'd
sativa.
have to be a straight sativa.
like a hardcore sativa.
Yeah, one that makes you jittery like 8 cups of
That
coffee.
green- that
And you're just
green
like,
crack.
yeah, green crack.
There
That's
you
my
go.
all-time favorite,
Green
man.
crack.
Green crack is my all-time favorite. That stuff is serious business, man. That'll
Man.
blow the top right off for you.
Angry
Yes, sir.
Patrick.
Who's the celebrity driving you crazy right now, Ronnie?
Let's see. Really, no one. No one.
No one.
No one. Well, I like the idea, like I said, of Tyson. I've been digging Tyson lately, and he even talks about how he's calmed down a lot.
Oh my God, yeah.
Doing municipal.
From the guy who said he'd eat someone's kids, yeah, he's calmed down a lot.
Yeah, he's calmed down a lot, and he said that it's all due to the municipal. His wife likes him, even
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. Who's the celebrity driving you crazy, Chad?
I just kind of feel sorry for him. It's Bronny James.
Oh, Bronny James.
James.
Yeah, the worst investment the Lakers ever made, you mean?
Kind of
Ronnie James?
I feel bad for the kid, man.
Because he has no choice but to be compared to LeBron. And right now, he's sucking like a hooker on rent day. You know what I mean?
It's not looking good.
I saw something on that too. How would you like to follow your dad's footsteps?
Man, it would be
No, I would not want to play ball.
I want to do it.
No.
You know,
And everybody's talking trash, like everybody on the sidelines or something.
Now, maybe he'll prove all the naysayers wrong. Maybe he'll grow into, maybe he's that guy and he'll become that good.
He'll never do
I
it.
think they'll just keep him on, trying to make him that good, though.
I think they'll keep him on until LeBron's gone.
Tires, yeah,
And then he'll find himself,
on another
Out.
team or out.
he
Yeah,
won't be on another team. He'll not make another
he
team.
might be the G League, maybe.
Nah, I don't know. Probably not.
Man, maybe.
Now, if he don't find his way with Daddy there to help show him the ropes, he ain't gonna find it. And I don't mean to disrespect him. Now, the other one, the other son that's coming
Oh,
up,
yeah, he
that's a killer right there.
He's good.
I don't remember his name, but that dude right there, he's a killer.
Bryce, I think.
Bryce,
I
yeah.
think it is
He's a
Bryce.
killer, man. That kid right there is gonna be
Yes,
a LeBron type.
he's got a little bit more weight on him and stuff.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah.
straight legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Okay, hey, let's get to a sponsor right here. Josh Taylor over at AMC Mortgage. We were talking about real estate earlier and different kind of mortgages that you can get, all of the different things for first-time buyers. Josh has access to that stuff. He can help you out. Matter of fact, if you're VA and you go with AMC and Josh, you don't even have to pay your appraisal fee or underwrite fee. They cover that. That's pretty cool. Call Josh Taylor, 351-2579. It's Josh Taylor over at AMC Mortgage. Call him 351-2579. Check him out over there. And all right, so what didn't exist 10 years ago that now you couldn't live without, Ronnie? What didn't exist 10 years ago that you couldn't live without?
I really don't know.
No? I'll tell you, for me,
A Zippo machine.
a what?
A Zippo machine.
A Zippo machine.
Yes.
What's a Zippo machine?
The smoke and dab.
Hello. We don't encourage anything like that. No. All right. No. So a rig, a dab rig.
Yeah, that rig.
Okay. All right. How about you, Adam? What is something that didn't exist 10 years ago you couldn't live without now?
That's a good
think of
one, man.
anything.
I know, right?
How about GPS?
That's I was thinking that.
yeah.
For way
GPS.
back.
It may be slightly older, but not much older than that, especially for use everywhere.
Like on the phones and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Man,
I remember using what was it, the TomTom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Magellan.
TomTom. Yeah.
Magellan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a Garmin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Garmin, TomTom, all these different ones.
Or a map.
Yeah, and no, that's what I used. I mean, I used to have to use a street atlas or a map.
And be like, hey, I'm lost.
You think that's? Let me tell you something. This is a little embarrassing, but I had just got my license. I was 16, and I had to go downtown for some reason. And I there's a lot of one ways downtown. I couldn't find my way out. I had to stop and call my mom in tears. I can't get out of downtown.
Help me.
Mommy.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah.
She thought it was funny and got me, but she did get me out of downtown. So that was good. I've never been trapped in downtown again since. I now know. Yeah.
Were you scared?
He said he was crying.
Was I scared? Yeah, I was. I was 16. Yeah. Yeah, I was scared. The other bad thing I did one time in traffic, which is like something out of a movie, is I took this chick that I was dating to Dallas. I really, really wanted to wow her, So I took her to Dallas, to the Dallas Museum of Art, and then to, I don't remember the name of it, but the restaurant in the sky that spins around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I took her to that, right?
Fancy.
It was very fancy, and especially for someone in their very young 20s. That's
Right.
a lot to drop, But I could see it, but I couldn't quite find the road to it. And we had driven around like 3 times. And finally, I saw where there was a road, and I was like, oh, I just need to turn left and make a block now. So I just hoofed it, turned left. Bro, I was on the sidewalk. Driving down the sidewalk in front of the businesses. People are yelling like in the movies. God, they're getting out of the way. The girl I'm with is screaming. Yeah, and I finally got back on the street. Yeah. And I said, well, that was
Interesting.
I didn't get laid.
Yeah, I got you here, though.
I did not get laid that night. I'll be honest with you, it didn't happen. Spent a lot of money for dinner. No, it did not happen at all. Yeah, GPS really is a game changer. Now, sometimes it will make mistakes. Or do you get this? Does this happen to you on GPS sometimes? It's turned the wrong way.
Yes.
In the way you're looking at it. And so you'll make a right, and then all of a sudden
She gets
it
the attitude.
spins and it goes the other way, and you're like, bitch, what? You're looking at me. You know where I'm at. Why are you doing this? And that's real bad if you have a real estate client that's following you to the next house, and you just turn and then immediately,
Whoop a you.
turn around. Sorry, I'm an idiot. My GPS doesn't work right. There's lots of perils that are funny for real estate agents. Like there's a gizmo called a Supra box, and it's a little Bluetooth thing you have on your phone to open it. And you can show up and those boxes will be hidden in places you can't find them, or they won't open, or the door lock doesn't work. Yeah, okay. And you're just standing there like, I feel like a moron right now. It's not your fault, but what can you do except
Go around looking at all the windows.
Yeah, or what's really weird is I learned you have to be careful about showing up early for a showing, because I showed up early. This is probably in my first couple months. I showed up early, and you just get the key, you open the door, and someone said, "Hey,
There's people
like,
there.
Oh shit! Hold on, everybody, back up." Yeah. That was a little embarrassing right there. Yeah, you said 1:30.
1:30.
Sorry. Yeah. So now I always open the door and go, "Hello."
Yeah.
It was like they could have smoked my ass. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like people are crazy today. You just walk in someone's house, even if they're selling it. Yeah, they may smoke you, man.
That is true.
Yeah. If you ever surprised someone or had someone surprise you in your home, had someone come in the home, surprise you.
No, never had
No.
that.
You ever had
Unless you count the police, but
Did they surprise you?
yeah, not a good time.
Oh no.
Did they knock or did they kick?
No, they just come straight in.
Oh, they come straight in.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it.
Do not recommend. 1 star. Do not recommend
No,
being arrested at home.
no, bad times.
No, I was arrested. I guess technically for shoplifting, but I was given. They give me the ticket, and then I was taken to. I've been taken to the radio room twice in my life. Once, which I said on here, where he found some weed in my pocket, but it was really my crime was contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Yeah, because I was the only one that was 18 or whatever the age was. Everybody else was drinking and not that age. And then I had a hot check one time I wrote. I didn't know I wrote it. I wrote a check. Listen, let's tell you how long ago this was. Wrote a check for a pack of cigarettes for $1.99.
Wow. That was
$1.99 for a pack of cigarettes. Wrote a check. Had no idea the check bounced. But it did. It bounced. And you wouldn't think someone would send you to jail over that $1.99.
Sure would.
Oh, yeah, they would.
Sure would.
Yeah. And I got pulled over. And when I got pulled over, I told the girl, I said, I just because I bought the car and I don't have tags on it yet. No big deal. Hold on.
Oh, man.
Another girl that I was dating who did not work out
You didn't
because
get laid that
I
night.
got arrested, put in the back. Because, he comes up and I'm like, yeah, here's my lunch ready. Here's my paperwork. Okay, hold on. He comes back and he's like, Mr. Beam, could you step out of the car?
Never a good statement.
No,
I'm
man.
sorry, what? Could you step out of the car? What for? What for? I just need you to step out of the car. Yeah, and they hauled me up to Sherwood, but I paid $100 plus the check. It was $101.99. This is the most expensive pack of cigarettes to this day I've bought. And I was real close right now.
Yeah.
Real close to that right now if you buy cigarettes. So you do that at your own peril, man. I remember saying I'd quit when they were $4. I'll quit when they're $5. I'll quit when they're $7. I'll quit when they're $10.
How much are they?
Over $10.
$7 to $10 a pack.
God.
Yeah.
Over $10.
Yeah, you can buy weed cheaper than cigarettes now.
Yeah.
And you can buy it on Sunday.
He said he can buy it on Sunday.
Think about that.
Yeah.
We won't sell alcohol, but we'll sell all the pots you need on Sunday.
Valid statement.
Yeah, no,
I ain't gonna try to get that ruined
that's
first.
true.
Man.
That is true. You say, why you open your mouth on that? Why are you speaking on that, man?
Stop that.
They're not going to change it. Believe me.
They've tried to change some of these blue laws recently. I think we're close to changing it. I don't even understand it really. It doesn't even make sense to me. Why to keep Sunday? Like people aren't drunk on Sunday, like doing stuff on
Never
Sunday.
understood that.
It's just it's kind of a churchy type throwback rule.
We're Bible Belt.
Yeah.
Oh, we're the buckle, the tip of the buckle.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Yeah, we're Bible Belt, bro. Yes, that's definitely a holdover from that time frame.
We like our pot, but we will smoke all the pot.
Well, Jesus would have shared a bowl with you, I think, don't
He
you?
looked like a hippie, did he not? I mean, had long hair.
Well, hell yeah, he had long hair. He was a carpenter. You think he didn't smoke weed? Come on, man. Yeah, of course he did. All right, let's get to something else here that I wanted to talk about for a minute, and it's talking about weed.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's talk about it for a minute. Let's talk about it a little bit. While cannabis has historically been popular with the young people, right? A growing number of older adults are turning to it for a variety of reasons. A recent poll by the University of Michigan, it's a national poll on healthy aging, found that among people 50 years of age and older, 21% now say they've used a form of cannabis that contains the compound THC at least once in the past year, and at least 12% on a monthly basis. They said it was a significant uptick in people over the age of 50. Said in our population, nearly all patients in our older adult program have admitted to trying cannabis in some form, so it's very common. So what's the primary reason that someone of that age might do it? Because they like it. Let's see, to improve sleep, reduce pain, alleviate mental health issues, relax or feel good. Said most of the seniors we see report using cannabis to manage issues like sleep, pain, anxiety, or depression. Well, yeah, it's about the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
I think that older people, listen, we remember when if you got caught with a bag of weed, you were going to jail.
Oh man, that's a
It
bad
took
day.
us a while to accept it's okay to have weed.
Yeah.
Now I'm too comfortable.
Right.
Now I'll fire it up anywhere. I don't even give a damn. I was sitting in a parking lot the other day at a store, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to smoke this right here. I just don't want to do that before I go in the store because, I didn't want to go in the store really. And it was a great trip to the store, though. I'll tell you that. I really enjoyed it. Bought way too much food. I did not need most of what I got. Oh, man, I sit there and look at those donuts forever. Like,
I don't remember throwing this in there.
I don't even need that Long John, but I want it. I want it so bad. Everybody, it seems like, I guess if you operate heavy equipment, you don't, because you can, in theory, you don't. Because that could be a problem, right? And there are some jobs, I'm sure, that still don't want you to do it. But do you think most places now are kind of chill on it?
I think it's
For the most part.
acceptable. Some places.
Yeah. Have most of your jobs out there, is it cool? Can you test positive for weed? Do they even test anymore? Do we drug test people
I
anymore?
think it's mostly don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think
Right.
that's what it is.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Okay.
Well, I have a medical card, so it's legal. I mean,
Yes.
little doggy, Mike Woodall said Tyson smokes his mushrooms. Does he really?
Yes. Yes.
Is that true? That's
He does-
true.
I know he does mushrooms. I don't know if he smokes them, but I know he's.
I was going to say, I didn't even know if you could do that. I guess in theory,
He likes the stuff that you get off the frog, like the little.
that you lick off the back of a toad or whatever.
Yeah, he was into that stuff for a minute.
Is that like DMT in a way or
It is.
something like
I think
that?
it's like the organic form of it.
Okay. Let's see. Who else says? Mike Baldwin did a bit about GPS on your show a couple days ago. He did, didn't he? He's pretty funny.
Yeah, he is.
Ronnie needs to get up on the mic. Yeah, I know. We keep telling Ronnie.
At least they ain't saying.
I don't know what to do about Ronnie getting up on. He's very stubborn. Okay, so y'all keep telling him. All right.
I think I'm on the mic.
You are right now. Yes. Yeah, but I'm waiting for you to drift again. Is that new old folks doing that or just holdovers? I don't know. Amy said DOT cares. Yeah, no, they definitely care. Yeah, if you're driving a rig,
Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
I would prefer you probably do it sober. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
While I appreciate you need to make up time, please don't kill me to do it. This person said, I used to leave my books in my truck parked by the science building. Oh, talking about when you had books at school. Yeah, that was one thing. Remember when of course, I went to school at Bryant. I graduated in 88, okay? But I can remember when I was there that there were guys who had rifles in the back windshield of their truck.
Yeah.
Right across the back.
Yeah.
You drive to school with that in your truck.
Yeah.
Nobody thought twice about it,
Yeah.
ever.
Nobody.
Ever.
Had a smoking section at the
Yeah,
high
we had a
school.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
That won't happen now.
You can't do- They don't have that now? They
No.
don't make smoking accommodations for the kids anymore? Yeah, but you don't want the kids to smoke? You misers, you punks, you bitches.
I had a couple cool teachers that like hit a cigarette before everybody came in and stuff like that. Mr. Shepard.
Mr. Shepard?
He was a good.
He was cool like
No,
that?
He was a real one, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. He never asked you for anything in return?
No, you'd come in the room and smell like cigarettes. So after like the first week, I was like, let me hit that. And he started letting me hit it.
Pause.
Yeah.
Right.
That's funny. Yeah,
Pause
It's
button.
funny.
I never had the cool teachers like that, or at least I didn't know. I apparently my English teacher was cool enough to hook up with my buddy, but
Uh-oh.
I didn't know until after the
Oh,
fact. I
man.
was like, I didn't even think she was down like that.
Did you miss out?
I wouldn't say I missed
I
out.
mean, was she a nice looking teacher?
I mean, she was in the middle range. You know, she wasn't a battle axe and she wasn't hot.
So it
Gotcha.
just
But
depends
I guess
on how
if
bad.
you're 16, 17, then
Yeah.
all of them are kind of nice looking in some way. I mean, I'll look at any booby, right? I mean, wouldn't matter whose it was.
Right, right.
Did
If
he
you're
get a
16
good grade?
He
Yeah.
damn sure did. You got a better
Alright.
grade than I did. I know that.
He was doing something right.
He was, man. Yeah, no, I did not hook up, but yeah, she would take him, bring him back home and everything. I was like, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. And you couldn't call your buddy? As many joints as we've shared, you couldn't. Oh, that's wrong. I'm sorry. That's wrong. It is abuse. It's wrong. People shouldn't do that ever.
Oh,
Ever.
man.
But if you're hot, then you do. Man,
That was a cool
yeah.
That video was bad.
We had a
That was
teacher at
badass.
Bryant named Miss Browning. She was only there for a year, my 10th grade year, and then she went somewhere else. But man, I used to think very bad things about Miss Browning. I'm sorry if you or your family are hearing this right now, but Miss Browning, if I could tell you, many days in that teenage brain, you were teaching me something, all right? It was not poetry, not so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Did you have any crazy teacher situations that happened when you were in school? Not necessarily you hooked up with them, but just something that went down. Somebody got fired. Somebody did something crazy.
I had a crazy bus driver named Ann. She was like, wow, like she would go crazy fast and like hit bumps and like throw her kids up there high in the back.
Didn't we all have crazy bus drivers?
She was
That was
insane.
part of the application.
Oh man,
My kids has one now.
They're still around.
Crazy bus driver.
Man, we had at least two of them who would stop the bus,
Smoke
stand
cigarettes.
up, and start yelling.
Oh,
Just start screaming at you
Miss Ann would smoke cigarettes and stuff.
while driving.
Yeah, while driving, just
Yeah, I remember seeing kids get kicked off the bus.
oh yeah,
Pull
I was
over,
one
get
of them.
out.
Yeah,
Get out.
Yeah. Miss Ann would pull over.
No matter where you're
It
at,
didn't matter.
If
You're not
somebody-
home, get out.
get out.
Yeah.
If somebody
Walk
was
back.
fighting on the bus, she would pull the bus over and be like, "Y'all get out," and then the fight would start on the sidewalk. They would fight and be like, "All right, get back in." Then she'd take everybody
Oh,
home.
she'd sanction the fight.
OG man, like yeah, Miss
All right,
Ann.
so everybody get around one-on-one.
Yeah.
No friends helping.
One day-
no hits in the face.
One day somebody sprayed some pepper spray in there, and she got mad, and she like wanted the girl to get beat up, so she let everybody get off the bus, beat the girl up, and they got back on the bus and we went to school.
I'm not sure that is acceptable, but
You ever been pepper sprayed, man?
no, I'm not saying.
Bus, man.
I'm not saying she didn't have it coming. And I don't think they'd let her get away with that now.
No, not at this day and age.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I still don't understand why buses are safer without seatbelts. I mean,
They're
all my well, no, it's definitely more fun that way. But I'm like, how can that be better than no seatbelts?
Yeah.
I think they just say that because it's too much to put seatbelts on the whole bus.
Yeah. I don't know what it
No
is.
air conditioners. I remember in school, like just sweating trying to
They
get.
don't have
on.
air conditioning on the bus.
I didn't
guess
have air
not.
conditioners on our bus.
I never thought about it. It wouldn't work, would it really?
We
The
just
windows.
put the window
Yeah,
down.
you had the windows
Yeah.
down. That was
Yeah.
it.
And hope you could get it back to go back up.
Did you ever get in trouble for
started
like
raining.
throwing stuff at cars, like paper at cars and stuff out the window?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I had some people like pulling over, like trying to whoop our butt and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, you threw that at my car. I'm like, no, it was him in the back, man.
We had a guy follow us all the way to school because some kid flipped
Flipped
him off.
in the back window.
Yeah, in the back window, and he was not happy about it at all. And he was going to fight teachers, principals, everybody just because that kid flipped him off.
I will hit
I
a
got
kid.
time today, man.
Yeah.
Hit a kid today.
Yeah. I had not with that person, but I had some guy that I pissed off. I was going down Reynolds Road in Bryant, and this is when Reynolds Road was just 2 lanes. Yeah, that's all it was. And the guy was riding my ass. Now look, in Bryant, it's probably the same to this day, but I'll tell you what, I can guarantee you until the year 2000 at least, you didn't go a mile over unless you were trying to get a ticket.
Yeah.
They wanted to give you a ticket in Bryant bad. Like they lived for it, man. They did at least. And so I'm not speeding. You know, my parents, if I get a ticket, I lose my car privilege, I get my ass beat, all that happens, you know, and it's not worth it. So this guy's up on he's riding my, you know what I mean, just tailgating me. And finally I just rolled down the window and whoop, gave him the salute. So the dude guns it to come around me, and I think he's just going to pass me. And he comes up beside me and says, I'm going to beat the... And I'm just like, oh, no. So I just slammed the brakes, took a left, and start going down in this neighborhood. I'm in a Chevette, okay? That is a little... That's like a... what would that compare to now? Whatever the smallest car, smart car, maybe it's about the same size, maybe. Except mine had 3 friends in it.
Yeah.
It's a little bitty car that has a 4-cylinder. It barely, the hamsters are barely making it.
You weren't going very fast.
No, I'm going as slow as this car can physically go. And this guy now is chasing me through the neighborhood, right? In this big ass truck, man. My friends were all like, what are we going to do? I pulled over at the police station. I thought this guy will leave me alone. He did not.
He's like, oh,
He got out, came up to the window, roll it down. Roll the window down now. I cracked it about that much, and he goes, Let me tell you something, you long-haired, earring-wearing hippie mother. I will beat the hell out of you. And, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, me and my friends were like, man, that ruined the whole buzz, man. Now I got to roll another one just to go to school.
They call him a Karen nowadays.
Right?
Yeah, no, nowadays he gets shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
He gets shot, tased, pepper sprayed.
You don't do that.
You know,
these days.
kids now are different. We were dumb back then. We didn't know nothing.
Uh,
These entitled kids be like, what'd you say, punk?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I got something for you.
Pull out their phone, start camera.
Oh, yeah, they would phone him, wouldn't they?
Look at this dude. He's being crazy.
That's the greatest equalizer in the world, isn't it? You know, when people start acting nuts, you just pull your phone out, everything will shift.
What'd you say?
Now, either one of two things are guaranteed to happen
Oh, yeah.
when you pull your phone out.
Yes.
A, they're going to quit doing what they're doing.
Or it's going to get worse.
B, they're going to lose their ass
Yep.
and really give you something to record. I mean, isn't that the way kind of it goes down?
It's usually the second one.
Usually the second one.
It's usually people
Yeah.
blow up. It's like, wow.
Man.
What was that old World Star?
World Star hit?
Yeah.
They put videos out like that? Yeah.
Screaming, World Star.
World Star!
World Star.
Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of that yelled at Waffle Houses. I know that. World Star! That's great. Where they're fighting the crackheads in the neighborhood. World Star!
You remember the Crackhead Olympics a couple years ago during the pandemic?
No, the
man,
Crackhead Olympics.
Watch that,
How
man.
did I miss this?
What?
How did I miss
How did
this?
you not see it, man? Like, it was awesome. Like they would set up milk crates in like a pyramid, and they had to run to the top of the pyramid, and they'd fall. Oh, dude, they're epic. You got to.
Well, how many events did they have? Many events?
There was a couple of them. It's mainly the milk thing.
The Milk Crate Challenge, you mean?
Pretty hard, man.
Well, it is hard, but that's hardly the Crackhead Olympics.
It was
That's
like
the Milk Crate
it was like
Challenge.
the pinnacle of it, though, was it not? It was like
Well, they all seem like crackheads, the people doing the challenges.
That was the name of it, Crackhead Olympics.
yeah, they called it the
don't-
On
Crackhead.
YouTube, I'm going to check it out today.
Yeah,
check
I had
it
to
out.
look that up because now I have not seen any Crackhead Olympics, but I would love
Man,
to.
it's
Just
hilarious.
drive through
I've seen
Redfield.
a lot of crackheads.
I'd like to see the fentanyl races.
I grew up on Willow
The
Street.
fentanyl race.
Be very slow race.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Stand in one spot.
That's man. That's hilarious, man.
Funny stuff, man.
All right.
Monday morning.
Is it?
Definitely.
Why did you have to remind everybody? Thanks for ruining it, Buzzkill.
Today is Monday.
Buzzkill. All right, let's do a little something different here.
You wake up and you feel like crap. You know who else wakes up and feels like crap? Yeah, here comes a shameless plug.
Patrick and the people.
Hey, look, if you're dealing with a family law matter, it's important to choose a lawyer who understands what you're dealing with. And I'm going to tell you what, if you're dealing with divorce, if you're dealing with custody, look, nobody wants to. You do not want that. But if you're going to have to do it, don't take a second-tier attorney. Take someone who knows what they're doing. Bonnie Robertson's a friend of mine. Her firm, Robertson, Oswalt, Noni and Associates, they've been doing this a long time. They know about family law. They know about custody. Call them. Let them help you. 866-311-3815. 866-311-3815. Look, Bonnie's done great work for me, and she will for you. And also, check out Crazy J's next to Chad over here on Donaghy.
There's 2 locations.
Yes.
Yes.
Where's the other one?
The other one's by me is 1008, and then the other one's where you're reading on that one, right?
The 2625
Yes,
Donaghy.
sir. I meant to tell you that.
Okay,
There's
okay,
2
okay.
locations.
Okay, well, good. That's twice the chance to get there. Look, if you vape and you're looking for different flavors, because look, that's one of the hardest things about vape, finding flavors you like.
Oh, yes.
Crazy J has got more flavors than probably anybody you know. Not only that, if you do like the electric lettuce, you know, the hippie lettuce, the dank Sinatra, whatever you call it, and you're looking for some good glass pieces or smoking implements or, you know, those type of things, Crazy J's has got it.
He's like the Baskin Robbins of head shops, man. Like he's got everything, all 99 flavors.
Yeah, Chad said he had a pipe that looked like an AK-47.
He's got
I
some
wanted that
sweet
here.
stuff, man.
You could smoke AK-47 in
In
an
a
AK-47.
AK-47.
That'd be kind of dope, wouldn't it? Doug said, I had a buddy sleeping in class, and the class was getting loud and rowdy, and the teacher yelled, "Hey, y'all settle down. Denton's trying to sleep."
That's a pretty good one.
That's not what happened to my son at basic training. Now, look, if you've been in the military Every kid has a basic training story for when they're in the military, and something's going to go really wrong for you. In my son's case, and he's like most teenage boys, the only thing he likes more than girls is sleep. You know what I mean? Teenage boys love sleep.
Yeah.
And when you're in the military, man, they wake you up at crazy times. They work you 10 times as hard.
I hate sleep.
You can fall asleep anywhere. And so he went to the restroom and he fell asleep on the crapper.
Not good.
He fell asleep sitting there, and apparently the drill sergeants came in to call a formation, and they were looking for him.
Man.
Where's Beam? Where's Beam? Like, oh, he's in the bathroom. So the drill sergeant brought everybody in the bathroom, and he's like, be quiet. Do not wake him up, whatever you do. Do not wake him up. He made him get down on the floor and start doing push-ups. He's like, do not make a sound. Beat your face. 1, 2. What? And so they're doing push-ups, can't make a sound until he wakes up.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Right? So they're already pissed at him. They're mad as hell at him, right?
Bad day.
He said, so, I don't know what happened, but I started to come to and I can hear it. And I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no. They're out there waiting on me to come out. It's me who's asleep. And he's like, I didn't know what to do, but there's nowhere to go. He's like, so I just flushed and opened the door. And
Man.
he said, he was like, Private, were you sleeping in there?
Yes,
He
sir.
said, I thought about lying. He
Yeah,
said, but
no.
I knew better. He said, I sure was. Yeah. And he goes, all right, guys, get down and beat your face some more. And so not you, Tyler, you stand up.
Yeah.
Oh man. He said that was a tough day for him right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did so many push-ups when I was in boot camp. They made me start doing setups.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, you're doing those too good now." Like,
Really?
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that with you.
I came home, I had like a little 6-pack, and so
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's the most fit I've ever been is after basic.
Been in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. No, I got in a lot of trouble for this in a similar way because when I went to basic, you get your weapon. Your at that time was an M16, but you don't get bullets or anything at first. You're like Barney Fife. They give you the weapon and you learn to fight with it first.
Yeah.
Okay. Learn to use it, in fighting and in combat, and that's what we were doing. But before we went to the rifle range, the drill sergeant told each and every one of us in formation, this is your weapon. Okay? Do not allow anyone else to have it. You are responsible for it. You sign it in and you sign it out. No one else is responsible for it. You do not want to lose this. Trust me, you. And I took him at his word, So when another drill sergeant said, hey, let this private use your weapon, I said, I can't do that. I can't do that, drill sergeant, no. And he goes, Private, I'm sorry, did you tell me no?
Yes.
You damn well are going to let him use it or I'll stomp a mud hole in your back. As I did not want a mud hole in my back, I did let him use it. But I told the kid, I was like, listen, man, you got to get it back to me. You got to give it back. You got to bring it to me. I have to go over here. Bring it back to me.
Oh, no.
Okay. So we all get back to the barracks, right? For weapon turn in, because now you have to turn them in. I don't have one.
Not good.
He's like, well, where is it, Private? Well, I let another private use it. Who? I don't know. The drill sergeant told me to. You don't know. They locked down Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They locked it down, the whole fort.
Oh, damn.
They started doing locker to locker searches
For your gun.
for my weapon. I'm in the senior drill sergeant's office with him and all 4 other drill sergeants yelling at me at the same time while I'm doing push-ups. Every one of them. You piece of shit.
Yeah.
You dumbass.
Yeah.
How stupid are you? You couldn't pour piss out of a boot with the instructions on the heel. You're an idiot. Yes, drill sergeant. Yes, drill sergeant. Yeah.
Pushing them out.
Yeah, you're just pushing them out, man. And they finally found it leaning against a tree on the rifle range. And so from that day forward, which is fairly early on in basic, if a drill sergeant got within 30 feet of me, I had to do push-ups until he left. So you came out with abs. I came out with, looked like Hulk Hogan biceps. Like, yeah. Looked like Monster Michael Todd.
Yeah.
I was ready to weightlift, or arm wrestle anybody. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. All right, let's. I know what we need to do. Let's switch it up.
Patrick and the Peeps.
You say elevator, I say fart locker. What?
Let's do this.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunched on a dumb guy's knee, or a big hard fuck drowning somebody. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This shit ain't funny. What? This shit ain't funny. This shit ain't.
All right, that's enough of that. Okay, this story is absolute insanity. This is just wow. In a very unusual medical incident, a man who was declared dead by doctors after he suffered a heart attack woke up mid-surgery in Kentucky. The man's family told media he woke in the middle of surgeons performing the harvesting surgery of his organs for donations.
Ooh. What?
Yeah, so he dies of a heart attack. They rule him dead.
And they start taking all his stuff.
Then it's time to get the organs out because you're an organ donor on your driver's license, right?
Yes.
And as they start to cut him open, boom, all of a sudden he comes awake and was visibly crying.
Imagine.
Yeah, well, it probably was pretty damn painful.
He
was in pain.
Give me my
Can you imagine that? Damn. Do what?
That's not your kidney.
No, that's definitely not. I'm going to need both of those if you don't mind. That's crazy, man. I did wake up during a surgery once, but they put me back under real fast. But it did freak me out.
Really?
Yeah, because it was a surgery like it was related to my colon. Let me put it like that.
Oh, okay.
And so I woke up and in my state of semi propofol, I thought I was abducted by aliens and being probed. And I started trying to get up off the table. And they were like, don't do that. Don't do that. I thought, oh, no, they're in my butt. I got to go.
Man.
They were in my butt, but whole different story there. I apologize. You probably don't need to know any more about that, do you? All right, let's go with this then. Crazy story. A couple critically injured Wednesday night when Olympia police say their son attacked them with a sword.
Wow.
Yeah, the incident occurred about 8:15. Multiple officers responded to the scene after a 911 call in which disturbance could be heard in the background. When officers arrived, they heard a woman screaming from an upstairs bedroom. They forcibly entered the home. The bedroom door was locked, but the screaming persisted, so they busted the door open. They reported seeing a man holding a large blade above a man and woman who were on the ground with multiple stab wounds. The officers referred to the blade multiple ways. Some of them described it as a sword. They said it was a horrifying scene. Officers ordered the man to drop to the ground. He resisted, and then they tased him. They began assisting the wounded man and women with combat trauma kits. That's how bad it was. Said the sword wielder, 37-year-old son of the two victims, both of whom were 72. What a piece of shit. All three of them lived together. Yeah. You know what? You low rent asswipe. You never got a job. You're sitting home eating their food, doing all, you don't give a damn.
Yeah.
And then what they do, cut off your Xbox, tell you what, you can have free pizza.
Right.
Need to pick up your room, reduce your cell phone time. You piece of crap.
Yeah.
First responders transported the woman to the hospital. The injured man airlifted because he was not capable of being ambulanced. So he's been charged now with 2 counts of second-degree attempted murder. It does not say what really did start it, though. But that's pretty bad, though. Pretty bad. 2 men in their 30s accused of trying to set a man on fire at a homeless camp known as the Jungle.
Jungle.
Yeah, well, it is the jungle you're in. I mean, that man, 31, the first arrest booked on suspicion of second-degree attempted murder. Second man, 31, arrested Friday. So what happened? Well, about 1 a.m., police were dispatched to the location where they found a 47-year-old man severely burned across the torso and face. Police think that one or two people confronted the victim. An argument ensued. They threw gas on him and set him on fire. I mean, damn.
What a cold world.
It really is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even know how you do that.
I don't either.
You know, it's like dismembering bodies. That's not.
I couldn't do it.
Dahmer.
Yeah. I might fold you up and get you in something, but that's as far as I'm going. I'm not going to cut you up. I can't do that. You know,
Too much work.
I'll origami your ass, but I'm not cutting you up. I'm not doing all that. That's too much for me. Maine authorities rescued a woman after she went missing in a forest with her husband and their dog for 4 days. 72 also. That's a bad age, apparently, today. Pam Helmstadter, rescued Thursday in Washington. Her 82-year-old husband, John, was found dead 200 yards from her. The couple had just left their home to go on a walk with the dog on Sunday. They followed the trails behind their home. The Maine warden said that while on the trail, John fell and was unable to get up. You got to have life alert, man. I'm falling and I can't get up. You see why that's important? See why it's not a joke? Yeah. He had fallen and couldn't get up. Pam didn't have her cell phone with her at the time, so she left to go get help. She was more physically capable than he was, and they made the decision for him to stay put and her to go find help. Authorities were alerted after a neighbor brought up. So apparently she never made it to help either. So that she was
Lost
hey,
in
thanks
her
a lot, honey.
lost in her
Thanks a
backyard.
lot. Literally lost in the bow behind the house.
Translation.
The Maine Warden Service is searching for a missing husband. Oh yeah, this was before that though. When the K-9 team located her, dog was being very protective. He even laid down on top of her chest. He was keeping her warm at night. So that's good because it was getting down to 27, 28 degrees.
Wow.
And she made it 3-4 days that way. Just couldn't find her way back home. You know how horrifying that'd probably be.
That's me in about 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find my way home.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. And you'll have a dead husband in the woods. Also you in 10 years. Sorry, Debbie, that's wrong. I apologize for that. I want you to know that was very inappropriate right there. All right, let's move on, shall we?
These shows here just keep getting better and better.
Now, exactly how much pot did you smoke?
Patrick. And the people.
This guy right here, a paraglider flying over Egypt's Great Pyramid, was flying over the pyramid, had just passed it when something, they think it was a bird, hit his glider, ripped through the glider, thus causing him to immediately begin to plummet, where that he hit another pyramid right on the top.
Ouch.
Where he landed and stayed, penetrated at the top of the pyramid. They had to, somebody had to climb up and bring him down.
Really?
Pop him off.
Yeah.
You just roll down.
They should have probably just rolled him. Yeah. That's it. You know what? That would have been a better way to do it. Hey, let's take some time, guys.
It'd be quicker.
Yeah, he's already dead. Don't worry about it. Just roll him off. Roll him off. All right. Let's see if I've got one more here that might be. Yeah, this is a pretty bad story here, too. The catastrophic failure of an aluminum ferry gangway caused death Saturday of 7 people who were attending an annual cultural event. The people were critically injured and remained hospitalized Sunday afternoon. Now, among those killed, 77-year-old Charles Houston of Darien, Georgia. The chaplain for both the DNR and the Georgia State Patrol said the aluminum gangway, which was installed at the Marsh Landing dock, just in 2021, gave way in the middle under the weight of the people boarding the ferry to leave the island. One end was in the water. One end of the gangway on the landward side was still attached. Adding the gangway was supported by 2 platforms at the time. But in addition to Houston, those who perished were identified as Jacqueline Carter, 75, Cynthia Gibbs, 74, Carlotta McIntosh, 93, Isaiah Thomas, 79. It sounds like the Grim Reaper just showed up a little early. Honestly, just a little early.
Just a little early.
I mean, he wasn't even that early. One of them's 93. I mean, that's not even like, an unexpected thing. He could have died anyway. It's at least 20 people ended up in the water. Another 20 jumped in to try to save people. They saved a lot of lives, but in the end, they did lose those 7 people. It was probably a pretty damn crazy thing to have happen. But, hey.
That's when stuff's not built properly. That's what happens.
They probably should have used scaffolding.
Yep.
Should have used scaffolding. That's what it is. They should have used the scaffolding, baby. Am I right? All right. So listen, what's going on the rest of the week for us here coming up? So we'll have some more guests in the studio this week. Very excited. We're going to start having some comedians in. I was telling folks early on that we're going to team up with the Looney Bin and start bringing in the big comedians. They're going to come in, have fun, hang out with us. Plus, I'll be interviewing them for Patrick's after-school special. The first one aired Saturday. It was a lot of fun. A really different kind of interview for comedians talking, but it was a lot of fun. He was a real interesting guy, and I thought we had a really interesting conversation. And I promise you, I'm not bullshitting. This is not some kind of fake promo.
Whatever.
By the end of the week, I will be tased. One way or another, if I've got to get someone to go buy one at the pawn shop and tase my ass, it's happening this week, I promise you. But
it could be done.
Yes, I know it can be. You've already volunteered. You're a very sick person. I see the smile. Yeah, he wants to do it. Now, let me do it, man. I saw one at the pawn shop. It looked like a cattle prod. You screw yourself, man. All right, we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. By the way, our Friday show, the biggest one yet, man. Thousands of you guys listening. We couldn't be more thankful and appreciative of you being here. PatrickandThePeople.com. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Hell, tell everybody.